is. Greetings, everybody. How's everyone doing tonight? Hopefully everybody's had a fantastic day, evening, afternoon, all that good stuff. As you guys already know, we are once again back for another fun week of the PokePod World Podcast, where me and my pals would gather around to go and talk about things that have went down within the past week. And yeah, this is gonna be a fun session, I'd say. A pretty, I don't think we're gonna have a pretty hefty session. We're gonna try to see if we can, probably cut out the fluff we normally do at the first hour and just go straight into discussion for almost this upcoming 2-hour session right here, highlighting a lot of the things that just got announced, shown off, and even a review. As you guys are already aware, we will be getting our first glimpse into the into the Pokemon Sword and Shield expansion pass. We're obviously going to talk about that in just a wee bit as well, just because it only feels appropriate to do so. We're obviously going to talk about that. We're also going to be talking about the swoosh arc that's going to be happening in just a couple of weeks. We're also going to be talking about the episode itself with B and the Riolu trainer. Can't remember who exactly that trainer is, honestly. Name flew off my mind. But and lastly, Mother Trucking Mewtwo, man. This is going to be a fun session. Hope you guys will tune in all the way. And yeah, let's get right into it. So I'm going to go and hop into the call with my buddies, and then we will go and work from there. So let me just take care of this real quick. And yeah, let's get right into it, ladies and gents. There we go. Yellow.
Well, welcome to the Hasidic Backstreet Boys tickets hour.
Oh boy, it's everyone's favorite time of the week, is it not? First of all, how you guys been? How have you guys all?
Well, first of all, it looks like it looks like the uBlock doesn't work anymore because now I got a fucking advertisement.
Oh shit, it outdated now. Damn.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, that's great for me. I make some, 1 penny out of it, so every cent counts, I guess, at the grand scheme of things, but it sucks for those.
Hey, that means I could suffer with everyone else.
Yeah, the only issue is, the thing is, ads are hard to control. I don't know if Twitch updated that thing yet, where it's like they're not going to randomize ads.
Actually, my question then, KG, is you're obviously recording this locally too, right?
Of course.
Good, because then that means that we don't have to deal with this shit.
No. When these ads play out, the actual stream will still go on as usual. So, this audio part that we're talking over the ad, that'll still remain in the stream itself. Unfortunately, nobody will ever hear it because unless you decide to rewatch it again, you'll get to that. It's one of those weird things, But yeah, after all,
all right.
Ads are
because I guess the Hasidic community didn't want Backstreet Boys tickets to be heard, so that's why the ads played.
Yeah, that's pretty much how it is.
Yeah, that's how it is. So, by the way, why is my brother calling me in the middle of a fucking podcast when I told him that I'm doing a fucking podcast? Dude, this is the fucked up shit. So, anyway, before I interrupted fucking twice here, I was actually watching a random late morning show on TV Tokyo, and they randomly played an instrumental version of the Macarena for some reason.
Why?
As kind of like a diet exercise song thing, and I'm like, what?
A Macarena?
Right? Yeah, but it's the karaoke version of that, so it's like.
Yeah, that is a little awkward, is it not?
Mm-hmm.
Damn, I feel bad for so many of these folks in the chat. They got 3 to 4 ads. My lord, man. What's going on with Twitch?
Jeez. Hey, YouTube's been doing that too. YouTube standard now is two 10-second ads now.
Yeah, I noticed that because I was playing the music
First one is unskippable.
Yeah, the thing is, if you noticed, I was having the OST music play in the background for a little bit, and then an ad just happened to pop in without any backup notice saying ad's gonna play in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. No, they didn't do that. It just played randomly.
Well, that's why that's why you have to circumvent that.
Yeah.
Anyway, also, there's a meaning here. I've also read the first chapter of the Pocket Monsters Satoshi and Go Adventure. Actually, the Let Wheel Monogatari, which is legend or whatever the fuck it is.
There we go.
And it is slightly different than the anime. It's loosely based, but you get no Hanako, so no Delia, and Sakuragi and Okido are with them when they see Lugia, which doesn't make any sense.
Oh wait,
so
what?
It's slightly different. I mean, the main points are still there, like them riding Lugia and stuff, and going under the water and shit. But the premise is completely the premise of Satoshi going was like a little bit different. Also, when Sakuragi had the meeting or had the event, it was outside and not inside of the laboratory.
Interesting. So the series is taking a different approach there.
Yeah, it is a little bit different. So
nothing game changing, I would say.
Yeah. This one, I know with this manga, I was reading it. It goes up to when Score Bunny learns the Ember Kick. Yeah. So that's as far as it goes. So probably no reboot evolution in this manga, or maybe at the very end of it, at least at this specific chapter. Also, they call these episodes instead of chapters, even though they're not following the episodes of the series.
They're just sort of doing their own thing at this point.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Yep. Well, I'm kind of curious to give that a read whenever I get my hands on one eventually. And just kind of curious to, see where the series is going to shift towards to. Because I know sometimes the TV and then the manga and then wherever else they'd like to go to, they always tend to approach things in their own direction, So, yeah, I'm kind of curious about that. And now I guess, obviously, before we get any further into our discussion for tonight, because we will be having a long one, I'd say. I think we're going to probably just skip out the fluffy part that we always do for the first hour, just to get as much as we can, because there was like 5 different things that happened today. Hats off to you. Yes, thank you for that. I do have something to talk about for that a little later. But first, let me go and briefly introduce everybody here that is in the call for tonight. So, of course, we got Tyrone the God 3. Hey, buddy.
Yep.
You got TSS.
Hey.
How you doing?
We got our pal Richie.
Hey.
And last but not least, we got our buddy Polly as well. So, yeah, big crowd for tonight, I'd say, for this session. I hope it's going to be an interesting debate, only because I feel the swoosh trailer is probably going to be one of our things that we're going to obviously talk about the most. Oh my god, you guys with your ad times and redemptions. I'd love to play another ad for you, but I have 14 minutes before I can do another ad, so bear with me with that one. So, now, yeah, let's get right into it then. There's so much that we obviously are going to have to discuss for tonight. And I think the only thing, or the best way we can kick things off for this, is by simply talking about the Sword and Shield Direct that's going to be happening in just a couple of hours from now. Yep. There is going to be a brand new Direct that's going to highlight on the expansion pass that will be releasing sometime later this year, if given, they actually meet their deadline for this year, or maybe it gets pushed back and they're going to announce it here. We don't really know. The Backstreet Boys have done a lot of effect towards a lot of video game industry, companies and all that. So who knows if Pokemon might have also been affected in some way, shape, or form as well. We'll probably get information on that in just a bit. But obviously, I think the only thing we will love to talk about is in regards to what it is in particular that we will love to see from this Direct. We don't know how long it is. We don't know what's going to be shown aside from the expansion pass. We don't know if they're going to be showing other things outside of that. Except in Japan,
well, we do know another thing.
It's going to be, I was going to say, in Japan, they did announce a couple of things, which, by the way, Bump of Chicken is going to be doing a song for Pokemon. Bro, that is so hype as hell. You guys have no idea how excited I am.
Who?
Bump of Chicken.
Bump of Chicken. They,
all right.
yeah, I know a lot of people.
That's the name.
I know some people might not be familiar with it if you don't watch other anime shows or even watch commercials like the cup noodles.
I've known about Bump of Chicken for like maybe 15 years.
Yeah, they are well regarded as some of the best, for music wise. It's incredible songs. Like I think one of their songs in particular, what was it called? Hello World was like everyone's fan favorite song of that year. So yeah, they are up there, and to see them doing a song for Pokemon, I'm excited for that. Yeah, so folks, I'm kind of curious here in the call as well as to those in the chat. Please let me know, like, what it is in particular would you guys like to see from this upcoming direct. So take it away, guys. And then after a bit, I'll also give my share take as well. I just got to take care of something in the sidelines real quick, so apologies for that.
Well, number one, having Bump of Chicken even doing a song for the video game, that's kind of funny because that has actually never happened. That we've seen plenty of promotion in terms of like the anime, but not really in terms of the games. I'm interested to see how Game Freak is going to handle this. I wonder who's going to be the label for this. Is it going to be SME? Is it going to be another company? I don't know. But also, I want to see if we are going to have more details. Like, I guess maybe they'll have some more details on the multiplayer aspect or the online aspect of the DLC. I would like to see that. Maybe some other special features besides obviously the raids. Maybe a few other surprises. We're obviously going to get some more information on legendary birds and the new Regigigas form, the new Reggie form, and the forms. Yeah. So we'll see what happens with that. But I'm pretty excited. I've already pre-ordered. Well, who hasn't pre-ordered it at this point? Well, but I disagree.
When you get Islands of Armor, you get Crown Tundra too, right?
Yes, as long as you make sure you buy the correct expansion.
You have to get the bundle.
Yeah, don't be like Shokotan and buy the wrong one by accident.
I felt so bad for her, man, but she was like, whatever, I'll buy the other one.
Well, and also have a clip compilation of that one live stream where she couldn't even say expansion pass correctly, so that was cool. But honestly, I don't think the Backstreet Boys affected the development time too much. Considering that the country was only locked down for like a month, I don't think that they'll be missing a deadline. I think that they'll be putting this out by the end of the year. The only question is when. Could it be late next month? Could it be November? Could it be December? We'll find out.
I'm banking on the middle of November.
It feels only appropriate for it to be there, yeah.
The direct is at 9 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time, or 6 Pacific, or 10 p.m. or 10 p.m. JST. That's the reason why they did it. So
what would that be in your time?
It's 9 p.m. 9 p.m. Eastern, 6.
Wait, PM or AM?
AM. 9 a.m. Eastern, 6 a.m. Pacific.
8 a.m. for me.
8 Central, 10 p.m.
That's literally when my job starts. Like, my job shift starts at 8 a.m.
They stay fucking West Coast.
East Coast keeps on winning every time, man. Yes. Nah, but like, it's always been like this. They've always had their directs at 9 a.m. in the morning for us. So it would be kind of awkward for them to kind of break tradition and choose a new slot.
And also it would make sense because if they have a direct at freaking 12 p.m. here, that means it's 1 o'clock in the morning, and nobody
would want to do
in their right mind would want to stay up to 1 o'clock in the morning at 1 o'clock in the morning in Japan time to watch a Pokemon direct.
Listen, man, Pokemon is huge, but not 1 a.m. huge. Let's just be
not 1 a.m. Shit, no.
It was fun getting to watch the Sword and Shield direct when I finished my shift last year, and I ran across the street to Nintendo New York and watched it alongside a bunch of other screaming guys.
No, you guys have no idea how that experience is when
I don't know why I imagine Polly just standing there, some guy screaming in her ear.
That's literally how it was.
I've had that happen to me at a Monkeys concert.
He's not even looking at the screen. He's screaming directly into Polly's ear.
Aaron, that happened to you once.
Yeah, fucking lady doing like a 6-octave scream next to me at a fucking Monkey show, and I'm like,
Someone in chat
The
says
fuck
you were at
is
the
wrong
Nintendo
with
New
you?
York City store.
And
Yes,
the
I
weird
was.
thing-
I've
go
been
ahead.
there many times. But that morning, I raced because I ended my shift at 9 on the dot, and I raced over there. And
I like the marketing for Sword and Shield because they always do a good job of giving us a lot and a little.
Yeah, I barely know anything about this.
Yeah, they never spill too many beans.
At the same time, the data miners made sure to take as much information as they can, though, because I believe data miners managed to reveal not the whole map, mind you, but just like how it's going to be structured. If you've been avoiding that, then you're fine. Obviously,
I'm about to say, I've even though I got a lot of people here who follow Pokemon and stuff, I've actually been doing a pretty good job not seeing anything on Twitter. So
yeah. There isn't anything groundbreaking that was revealed in there aside from like a couple of minor things. If you're in the competitive scene, I think you're gonna like this update for some of the extra additional items that they're gonna be adding to the game. But outside of that, though, yeah, that's as much as we know so far from data mines and whatnot. I'm excited just to see the scope of this area. And especially the multiplayer for this game. The multiplayer, I think, is going to be superb for this game. In my opinion. I hope the multiplayer is. I know they're going to be story-driven stuff, but I really hope the multiplayer is what really seals the deal for me.
yeah, the co-op is definitely going to be a really big win if they allow people, because we already do raids together. Could you imagine us being able to just go into dungeons together?
Yeah, like big scoped dungeons, having to work together to like choose paths.
It's gonna weirdly have a Monster Hunter vibe to it, where it's like, oh, I need a couple of people with me to do a dungeon.
Hey, this will be a great way to kind of continue to interact.
As long as there's no map teleporting shit, I'll be okay with that.
Oh, you know there is going to be. Like, if somebody decides...
There's gonna be
like somebody who's going to go straight to the next map or next area, completely skipping all the items and just have us teleport in there.
You're going to see somebody get yeeted on a bicycle.
Yeah.
Just instant transmission. Like, no, my items! And that's it for that. But yeah, like, I'm assuming it's going to be only 4-player from what they mentioned. 4-player online co-op.
That makes sense.
Yeah, because you got to do raid battles included, which is at maximum.
I mean, and with us that works because, you know, we usually wind up splitting into teams of 2
or 4 if we have the full room with us.
Yeah, we have everybody with us. That would be just 4 separate teams.
Yes.
Yeah, but yeah, so that doesn't. That's gonna be fine. I know Polly here is gonna be like, hey guys, you want to come with me to a dungeon real fast?
oh, I wasn't even listening.
Damn, there you go.
I said, Polly.
I zone out when we talk about games.
But it's swoosh though. I thought you were excited.
I said I know Polly's gonna be like, hey.
Swoosh.
Yes, it's swoosh.
Oh yes.
Swoosh.
Yeah, I said I know you're gonna be like, hey guys, so can I use you all to go into a dungeon?
For these candies and everything, you know.
Right, there's candies in the dungeon.
Well, it depends on which Pokemon. I saw somebody that said, oh, they leaked the decks for the Crown Tundra. I'm like, I don't know if I trust that, but
I think they already kind of gave us a reveal of some.
They already kind of did, yeah.
It's mostly legendaries, which I'm scared for.
My boy Garchomp.
Yeah, Garchomp is coming back.
AC 12240, thank you for the follow.
Oh, thank you so
You're right,
much for the
Goggles.
follow.
You're right, Goggles. I am too busy looking at Brock.
Unfortunately, that means that Regigigas is going to come back. And I know what you're thinking. What's the big deal? Well, Regigigas is going to be back here, only this time Galarian Weazen's going to be his little partner.
Oh,
His partner in crime.
Galarian Weezing has a fun little ability called Neutralizing Gas. What this does is that it prevents all Pokemon on the field's abilities from happening, which means Regigigas no longer has the ability Slow Start.
Thanks, Lightning, for the host.
Which means that Regigigas will be at full power the minute the fight starts. He does not have to wait 5 turns in order to kick it into gear. He can literally whoop everyone's ass. Turn 1. It's a problem.
Regigigas, baby.
It's a big problem.
When Brandon,
Oh, that also
Richie did this.
Actually, High Props brings up a good point too. That means Archeops doesn't have the ability Defeatist. What Defeatist does is that it cuts Archeops' attack power down when his health is less than half, meaning that Archeops can continue to hurt literally everybody on the field, even if it has low health.
So it's just a basic Pokemon at that point.
Yep. And if, I don't think Slacking's coming back, but if Slacking comes back, that means no Tron, which means Slacking can do whatever the fuck he wants.
Interesting.
Big sloth man about to demolish the competition.
They better not keep. They better not bring over. Fuck
we can
that.
get a max.
Watching bang Galarian Weezing in Worlds.
Oh no,
yeah,
it's gonna be
that Pokemon is gonna be banned for sure.
Oh no! You want to know why it won't be banned though? Because it neutralizes the opponent's abilities and your abilities too. So the idea behind it is there's a counter. The counter obviously is to kill the Galarian Weezing.
Objective survive.
Yeah, so there's a way to stop it. At least it's a strategy, but it's a one-note strategy. So if you know that, you can think around it. It's just gonna be a pain in the ass. That's all. Because it also means that it can negate abilities like Levitate, which means Pokemon are going to be able to get hit by fucking ground type attacks. Yeah, it's a problem.
I love this problem, man.
Problem.
This is the best problem ever, and this thing has been here for a year now.
They did that for a failsafe. They did that for Galarian Weezing to neutralize everybody's abilities, so that the opponent can't take can't take advantage, and you can't take advantage. I mean, you can take advantage by using Regigigas and Slacking, but the opponent has that ability too. That means they can use it. That means they can use Regigigas
and Galarian Weezing.
And Galarian not Slacking, but they can use like their Pokemon too. Galissapie will no longer have fucking emergency exit. Yep. That's a problem. That's a real people problem. But yeah, that's all about. I'm done nerding out on the metagame. So you guys.
I know you are a big fan of the metagame. I mean, that's all you're trying to convert us into metagame players as well.
Show.
So the thing is, though, as somebody who's not much into the competitive scene, for me, I like more of the multiplayer and the Unity kind of the series more.
Unity.
And seeing that the Pokemon DLC that's coming up is going to mainly be focusing on co-op as its main gimmick, whereas the first DLC pack was story driven and single player, the second one is multiplayer. I think this one is going to be the perfect DLC pack for me particularly. I liked what they did with DLC pack 1, but I think I'm going to enjoy DLC pack 2 for what they're about to add. But yeah, that's just my take.
Speaking of ads, there's ads.
Oh yeah, speaking about ads, thank you for reminding me, chat. Let me go play an ad for all of you real quick. There you go. But anyway, continue on, chat. And those in the call. Like, anything else in particular you guys would like to see from this upcoming Sword and Shield expansion pass? Or do you think I should say, wait, what'd you say, Paul?
Snubble, but I know we're not going to get Snubble.
Oh, I thought for a second you said Slowpoke. I was I forgot.
It's the
Slowkings.
Actually,
it's like hey, look, it's a robot chicken ad.
Oh hey.
Okay, you know what? Wait, we can bring back. We can use Slowking to bring back Conway, and use Slacking to bring back Max.
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
I mean, technically, Journeys is already doing that with Dragonite already being in the screen. But to promote the Swoosh DLC 2-pack, though, to have them back, then that makes sense, yeah.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess is there? Well, actually, I should say, is there anything else you guys in particular would like to talk about before I move on into the next topic regarding the DLC stuff?
I can briefly go over some of the ones that are rumored to be on the Crown Tundra leaks.
Oh, there was a leak.
We got a list, air quote,
okay,
of Pokemon that are confirmed. So we've got Nidoran, female Nidorina. Basically the female Nidoran line, the male Nidoran line. Zubat and Golbat are supposed to make a return. I call them the RPG tree, the Kanto trio, which is Jinx, Electabuzz, and Magmar. We've got the fossil Pokemon, so we got Ammonite, Amistar, and Kabuto, Kabutops, Aerodactyl. We've got the 3 birds, obviously, Articuno, Zapdos, and Moltres because of Galarian form. We've got Dratini, so Dragonite's coming back. So
hell yeah, that makes me happy.
Dragonite.
Obviously, since
Zubat
and Golbat are coming back, that means Crobat has to come back by default. Sumuchum, Elekid, Magni, the 3 babies of Johto. We've got the legendary beast, Raikou, Entei, Suicune. Most of these are just legendary Pokemon. Suicune, Lugia, Ho-Oh. We've got the 3 Hoenn starters rumored to come back. That's going to be interesting.
Why them?
Yeah. Why specifically them? Now, as much as I talk shit about Gen 4, I would expect the Gen 4 starters to show up, actually. But whatever.
No Pochama for you.
Aaron, Agron, and Lyron, Lyron, and Agron, Swablu and Arteria. We've got Laleep and Cradilly, Anorith and Narmaldo, Absol. We've got Spheal, we've got Celio, Warlin. Relicanth is back, Salamence is back.
No,
wait, I thought
not
Salamence
the
was already in the game.
Salamence. Flygon, I'm so sorry, man.
I thought Salamence was already in the game.
No, we need to bring back Sabah so I can start doing the fucking on the
in HD.
We've got the medical
HD stuff back.
Look, even the chat is saying bring back Swallow, please. TSS
We've
help
got
out.
the Metagross. We've got the Metagross line apparently coming back. The 3 Reges obviously have to come back. Latios and Latias, Kyogre, Groudon, and Rayquaza. We've got Spiritomb. We got Gible to Garchomp. Woo! Oh God. We've got Electivire to Magmortar. We've got the Lake Trio, Azelf, Uxie, Mesprit, Dialga, Palkia, Heatran, Regigigas, Giratina, Cresselia, Victini. Okay, Audino. Why is Audino coming back?
Well, Victini makes sense because it's it's a legendary.
Because they want to smack the shit out of you.
Well, Victini's a mythical too, and they're already
the Macron.
I think they saw our Let's Play, Tyrone.
Well, we've also got Audino coming back, which this will be the first game where Audino and Chansey are in the same spot. That's kind of weird.
Well, that would be cool. That's cool.
Shit! I need somebody to do a Chansey and an Audino JoJo showdown.
Yeah, do the JoJo thing. Yeah. Okay, we've also got Tortuga and Caracosta. We've got the Archeops gang, which means, that defeatist thing we talked about earlier. We've got Cryogonal. Okay. We've got the 3 Kami trio, which is Thundurus, Tornadus, and Landorus. Fuck Landorus. I'm mad that it's coming back, but whatever. Jin and Sek, we've got Tyrone and Tyrantrum. Ooh, we got Aurorus and Amoris. We've got Carpeak. Okay. We got Xerneas and Yveltal. We got Zygarde, Diancie, Volcanion, the Tapus. Okay. The Ultra Beasts are coming back, apparently.
Well, they're kind of legendary-ish.
Yeah, but I thought the Ultra Beast and the Tapos were like an Alola exclusive thing, but all right.
Remember, they're getting sucked into the world of the void, so...
I do not like that at all.
I don't know, and I think, Holly, I know why you did that sigh. I don't know why, but for me, the Tapos being outside of Alola feels weird to me.
Oh, no, I'm just not a legendary person.
Oh, well, yeah.
And this is all legendary Pokemon here.
Yeah, this is literally
Yeah, the Crown Tundra is basically, its whole gimmick is like the Legends thing. You're supposed to, it's exploration so you can find the legendary Pokemon.
You know what's funny, Hyprov? I actually love Meloetta, though.
Yeah, I have to thank Best Wishes for that, honestly.
Of course.
God bless.
Well, okay, now let me break this down too, because I used to feel that way about all legendaries, but I know some legendaries are actually allowed in competitive because they're not like Moltres, even though it's a legendary, kind of sucks. So they let it in competitive because they know. Like, that's just an example. Obviously, we don't know what the new Moltres is capable of, but back then, Moltres was almost as bad as like just a top. You would rather just have a top tier Pokemon to deal with Moltres because Moltres has a quadrille weakness to rock type attack.
Oh, so Stealth Rock then.
Making it basically useless. And its move pool was trash. It was worse than Charizard's. So you have a worse version of Charizard just with better stats. So they let it into competitive. That's why in some tournaments you're allowed to use legendaries, but there are some that obviously ban the obvious ones, like Deoxys is banned in all tournaments. You've got Reggie Gigas technically should be banned in all tournaments, but he wasn't because of slow start, but I don't fucking know now. because of neutralizing gas. All of the Ultra Beasts were allowed in tournaments. The Tapus the Tapus were allowed in tournaments. Volcanion wasn't allowed only because he's technically an event mythical mon, so he wasn't allowed. Diance's not allowed. Xerneas and Yveltal are allowed in tournaments, weirdly enough, because everybody spammed fucking Geomancy that year. I remember that. It was DC.
Man, stop hating.
I was one of them. I had Xerneas with Geomancy.
Then what the fuck?
He can vouch because he was one of the problems as well.
I'm saying everybody was using Geomancy that year.
Also, Tyrone, did you mention Darkrai in that list?
Yeah. Let me see.
I think so.
I think Darkrai is here.
I guess we should say if Darkrai is usable in the tournament.
Oh, Darkrai? No, he's mythical. He's usually
no. But I'm saying, is he in DLC?
No, he's not. Actually.
What?
I just rechecked. He's not. Yeah.
What?
I think that's just a skip Pokemon they might have just not known of.
Man.
I mean, like this list isn't set in stone.
Yeah, it feels incomplete from what you told us. I don't think you told us 100 Pokemon.
Yeah, this list isn't set in stone. This is just what we got.
They better put Darkrai in there.
Yeah, this is just what we got for right now. Remember, a lot of people were very happy to see their Pokemon return in Isle of Armor. I know I lost my shit when fucking They Didn't came out.
I think that was the one where everybody got their Pokemon for the most part.
Well, for the most part, yeah.
I think what's gonna happen is during the announcement, during like all the trailers, you're gonna see all the Pokemon just random, and they're gonna be the reaction.
Yeah, Darkrai will be in there.
Now I have a theory about the Hoenn Pokemon. I think they're doing this because we got a lot of Gen 5 Pokemon in this game. We got a lot of Gen. Obviously, we have all of Gen 8. We have a lot of Gen 5. We have a couple of Gen 6, but Gen 6 didn't have a lot of mons to begin with.
Yeah.
We had Gen 1s. We had a few Gen 2 Pokemon. I think what they're trying to do is put in some Gen 3s because everybody's talking about Gen 4. So they probably want to save Gen 4 for the remakes.
Poor Tyrone. He's not going to Let's Go Riolu.
Or a theory that we played around with late last night. And that would it be nice to have like a Sinnoh expansion DLC for this
Sinnoh patch.
I would do it.
Interesting how that Cynthia figure came out today or yesterday.
Oh, the Cynthia, was it an android?
Yeah, that like
Figma. Wasn't it Figma?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Well, I expect that only because they did announce this a while back. I didn't recall exactly when it was planned for release. Now that I learned it is coming around this time, it makes sense. Also, if I recall correctly, McDonald's actually had some TCG giveaways with some of the Happy Meals, and I believe Chimchar was one of the Pokemon that was in there. So there were some Sinnoh ones there.
Richie brings up a really good point, though. You want to know why it's weird Darkrai's not here? Because Cresselia's here.
And wait, that's incomplete. What the shit?
Cresselia and Darkrai are the two opposing foes. They're the dream legendaries. like one brings dreams, the other brings nightmares. So I don't know why the fuck Cresselia's here, Darkrai isn't.
Well, maybe it is, but it's just that they didn't know it yet.
Well, I think because one of the reasons is Cresselia is usually an in-game mon. You have to get that in-game. Darkrai, I think the only Darkrai's that we were able to get were ones when you get the ticket.
And you're gonna see 6,000. You're gonna see 6,000 Cresselias in Worlds again.
Oh well, yeah. Cresselia's special defense got it into Worlds every time. So, also it's I think it's because Darkrai. I think you have to get a ticket event in Diamond and Pearl back then in order to get Darkrai. Like you had to go to an island. And you had to do an event, whereas Cresselia, that's just in-game.
Wasn't it about like some sick kid or something at first?
Yeah, there's a kid going through a nightmare. You have to go to an island.
Yeah.
So yeah, those are the ones we got. I'm weirded out about Tapus being outside of a Alola just because I don't know the Tapus feel like they belong in a Alola.
It's like as if they went into Ultra Space and then they just got sucked into a raid battle. But now now I'm gonna be feeling weird having this Pokemon in the Isle of Armor land and having him walk with me in the area.
Tapu.
Like Tapu.
Yeah, I wouldn't have mind actually if the Tapus had been in the Isles, because then it would have made a little bit more sense. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, why are they here in Snowland for?
yeah, right. But
Are
that's,
there any ice types that are? Well, I mean, I don't
Aurora
know.
and
let me
Amoris.
let me check. Yeah, Aurora and Amoris are there.
Articuno.
The only Spiel and Celio and Warland are going to be there. Cryogonal. Yeah, Cryogonal. Suicune's water. Cryogonal is
I could have sworn.
no, it's just water.
Oh,
It's
right.
just-
It was supposed to
No.
reflect
Here's
it.
the gimmick.
What?
Suicune can learn every ice move, but
That's
it's
what threw me off.
That's an ice type.
yeah, it's nice. Sometimes Pokemon does shit like that. Jinx is gonna be here, obviously. Smoochum. I kind of wish they had given us a Galarian Jinx like snow thing, or an evolution of Jinx that's exclusive to a Galar or something. That would have been kind of cool. Because I always felt like Jinx got shorthanded. You got Jinx, Electabuzz, and Magmar. You got Smoochum, Elekid, and Magneat. But then in Sinnoh, you got Electivire and Magmortar. Like, why didn't Jinx get with them? It's like she fell asleep that day.
Also, by the way, Tyrone, we got the image we were asking for.
Oh shit!
That was quick. I wasn't expecting that shit.
All right, post it up.
Hold on, give me a second here. Let me just slap that over here on. Thankfully, this
Yeah.
is a JPEG, so this is easy.
Coral Blitz, do a Mr. Rhyme version of Jinx. Actually, that's actually what.
This
I
image
always
right here.
feel.
There you go, Tyrone. I think this is what we were asking for a while ago.
Yes, yes, because this is the first game they'll ever be together. Like they've never been together in any game.
Mm-hmm.
Because the idea is that each Pokemon's supposed to give you a boost in experience if you kill them. They're basically like the metal slimes if you played Dragon Quest.
Thank you to EB Omnitrix for this image.
Yes. So if you've ever played Dragon Quest and you kill a metal slime, it gives you a bunch of experience. This is the same thing. This is essentially the exact same thing. So it's
This was
very
done in like
weird.
5 minutes. I mean,
Yeah, the man did this in a short amount of time. I give him credit for that.
Yeah, he did it during. I think they made a Hatchling and Blissey version too.
Did they really?
Yeah, they did. I'll find
All
it.
right.
But for now, I think that's all the information we got on Sword and shit right now until tomorrow, until they pop the big ones on us
Yeah.
and we actually start getting. Because I know some took us for surprise. Like Poly Whirl, I think wasn't on the first list, and we got it wound up on the second list.
Yeah. But the list was correct. It was just missing the ones that.
It was missing a few mons. Yeah.
So maybe Suba
Yeah.
is gonna also be there for the fucking.
Yeah,
Also,
yeah,
I only say that because Suba is also gonna be a part of the Pokemon Snap remake or sequel, whatever it's called, new Pokemon Snap. So I think it would be weird to not have Suba be a part of the DLC too, which will make me ask, why the hell is Suba in Ice World for? Listen, I know the Subas are badass, but like for real, I don't think that level.
like ice, yeah.
See, I just love Bulldogs so much. I just want my Bulldog.
Oh,
The
Snubble, yeah.
Yeah, well,
Snubble and Gramble. Well, I guess more so Gramble, but
And Gramble became a fairy type Pokemon, so I'm actually surprised it didn't wind up in the new DLC.
I know.
yeah, you
But,
want more promotion for that Pokemon.
Right. But let's see. Other than that, I have a love-hate relationship with Garchomp, but I know Richie's excited to see that. I think it's the Cynthia flashback, man. That's what it is. Yeah, Cynthia. It's Cynthia. She did too much damage to me back then. But I'm glad Absol's coming back because I thought Absol was already in the game, and I'm thinking to myself, no, it's not. It's not in the game.
Yeah, that one caught me on by surprise.
Yeah, and I know I'm actually kind of glad to see. Out of all my favorite extinct Pokemon is Tyrantrum. I know it's a weird choice, but Tyrantrum is my favorite.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, and then Landorus coming back is going to be the bane because he fucked up VGCs. That's why.
No, he's about to bring it all back.
Wasn't it the other forms that fucked up the?
No. Those two didn't fuck up VGCs. Landorus was the problem. He was the problem child.
But the Resolute form or whatever the fuck it was.
No, his Therian form was what fucked up VGCs. Yes.
Yeah.
Because let me break it down. Landorus has a little ability called Intimidate, where the minute he comes out, he lowers the attack of the opponent. Well, this would normally be okay for Arcanine or Mighty Anna or something. But Landorus Therian form has a little typing known as Ground and Flying, meaning he's immune to ground type Pokemon and most of his other weaknesses. He's immune to electricity, So he's the only flying type that's immune to electricity
What
other
the
than one that
hell?
has lightning rod. And his defense is high. So in addition to lowering the opponent's attack, his defense was high and his attack power was high. So he was a problem. A big problem. Unless you had an ice type attack, which who has that just on hand?
That is true, though.
So yeah, Lander's Therian form. Yeah, fuck him. He usually also has a life orb too, which means his attack power was stupid high. And he knew a little move called Rock Slide, which hurt both opponents at the exact same time.
And flinches.
Yes.
Now imagine if there was an ability that straight up 100% flinches.
I don't think that would be legal.
I know, but that's exactly why I'm imagining.
Well,
it.
you can equip a Pokemon with I think was it King's Rock or Razor Fang? One of the two.
To increase the percentage.
Increase the flinch rate. So yeah, there's situations like that. And if you have a Pokemon with the ability to increase the odds of a secondary effect happening, then you can just equip those two on cause
Hey,
flinches.
we got 80 viewers in this stream.
Hey, let's go.
Thank you,
80
everybody.
viewers.
Thanks so much for that.
So I'm gonna go ahead and shut up about the game so we can move on to the other topics.
All right, let's go and talk about one game and move on into another game. The one thing that you brought up, which I thought was a nice transition, Tyrone, is the Diamond and Pearl thing. Now, obviously, I'm getting the feeling that the DLC is probably not going to be the only thing that we're going to be seeing in this Direct. I want to say there might be a little bit more. So, I think, personally, they're not going to show it off here, but I do believe it's in the works. Why would you show off a new game in the making alongside a DLC pack that's coming out for your previous game? You know what I mean? It wouldn't make much sense to kind of show off one thing and then introduce another thing and have that overshadow the DLC pack. But what about you guys? Do you believe the DP things are going to happen?
Well, you know what? I'm going to just put it out there, and I'm going to make a controversial statement. And don't take me to the bank on it, but I'm going to say it. They're just going to port over DP to the Switch eShop and call it a fucking day, and then next.
Wow! I mean,
I can live with that.
I hope not. Because it's so slow though. If they speed up some of the
Yeah, well, how do you think
well, hold on. They can pull a Pokemon Stadium 2 and have a Dodrio mode.
Yeah, but that was only for that mode.
Well,
I mean, they could definitely do it. I mean, they could definitely do that.
Dodrio literally just makes the game faster. That's the whole point of that mode.
Well, what they could do is they could make changes to the ROM where Pokemon Bank would work with it.
Whatever it is, Ebonomatrix is. I did not pronounce that right. Ebo's right. We do not want.
His name is Airbombnatrix, I think.
No.
I think of the Ebo like Brian May played the Queen in the 70s.
I'll say this. Here's one thing I kind of wish. I'm hoping hard, and this isn't as crazy, but if they're gonna give us all these damn legendaries, can we have remixes of all their songs, please?
Yes, please.
I want an HD remix of the Lake Trio's theme so badly.
So good.
And that's why people want DP remix, not for the game, but for the music.
Oh yeah, that literally Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire are just soundtrack cartridges. They're just soundtrack cartridges.
That's literally me.
Yes, I like the game may be a meh game, but Steven Stone's remix on Oras is a bump.
And they expanded upon it in Masters, man.
Wally's theme, yeah. Wally's theme.
Well, Masters has no business having that good of a soundtrack.
Listen, man, I'm telling you, mobile games have far superior soundtracks than main course video games out there. I mean, look at, like, for example, with Pokemon Masters EX, look at with Dragalia Lost already with its second anniversary, and then, of course, look at the newest game that everybody is going nuts about lately, Genshin Impact, which I think is also, just to kind of talk a little bit about that for just a wee bit. I actually got a chance to play a little bit of it. And by a little bit, I want to say roughly maybe almost 20 hours into the game so far. Yeah, it came out literally just yesterday. I already put so much hours into that shit, like holy shit. But yeah, Genshin Impact. It is a far better game than I had expected personally. Here's a little screenshot of the game itself. It is available for PC, iOS, Android.
Damn,
compatible.
who is this?
Her name is Lisa. And of course, it is on PlayStation 4. I do want to mention, though, if you do get it on PS4, understand you're not going to be able to cross-save your stuff from there to PC or into your iOS device or Android device.
Okay. Or Android, yeah.
All right.
Yeah, so
I started playing it on Android, and I've played maybe like an hour and a half of it. I have a Snapdragon 720 in my secondary phone, which is a Xiaomi Mi 9S, Note 9S. And I've noticed that there were some sound glitches with the game, like some popping noises. So I'm hoping that maybe in a future update, the game will be more optimized.
Yeah.
For like mid-tier devices.
Oh no, I also had same issues too as well, because in the PC
you had the audio popping, right?
It's not necessarily the audio popping, but rather they're having audio clips play in segments where they're not supposed to be playing. Like I think they were talking about food, and then one of the characters, Paimon, I think was her name, she ended up saying something like, "Oh no, we got to go rescue this," but in the text it says like, "Oh my god, this food tastes delicious" or something like that. So clearly,
well, I guess in Japanese,
yeah,
Japanese text.
Yeah, it was stuff like that. There are a couple of glitches that are occurring with the game, so keep that in mind, ladies and gents, when going into it. The gameplay, I'd say, is fine. It's Breath of the Wild meets anime meets gacha, and
Breath of the anime.
And I will say the characters that they've introduced in this game so far are pretty fun. My gacha pulls in this game have been bad though, but that's only because the gacha mechanic for this one is basically pulling for not only characters but also weapons too. So that means you have pretty much 80% chance to get weapons than you do for characters, man. And I'm bummed out because I only got one character so far out of this whole list, and I think they've introduced a couple. It wasn't even a 5-star character, it's a 4-star character so far, so yeah, you can see I'm bummed out by that. In fact, I wonder if I have enough to do another tenfold. I don't think so. But yeah, the Switch version, unfortunately, is delayed at the time being. It will be coming out at some point. And yeah, look forward to that whenever it drops. So, anything else I'm forgetting? No. Pokemon Direct. Very excited for it. Can't wait to see what's going to drop. All that jazz. And yeah,
bump of chicken.
Pokemon Sleep. You can continue to sleep on that game because it's probably never going to come out.
When is it coming out?
I just said it's not coming out, boy. It's never going to come out.
It ain't never coming out.
I've been awake too long.
The developers have found an exploit where they learned that if they just sleep indefinitely, they will just be able to keep on sleeping and still get paid for it. So that's what they're doing right now, is what my assumption is at this point. I don't know what's really going on with Pokemon Sleep. I would love to hear more about it, but yeah, we're just going to probably have to keep on waiting. Yeah, they're probably sleeping until 2021 because who the hell wants to release a game at this year, you know? Especially with everything that's happening right now with the Backstreet Boys. Alrighty then, so I feel like there should be something else we probably need to discuss that came out from this week.
Masters is getting some new cool stuff.
And what could that cool stuff exactly be?
Aren't we getting... Hold on, let me go back and check on Masters, because we got some news from Masters recently on Sergi. Give me one moment while I check.
Yeah, we're getting a couple new events, couple
reruns,
new sync pairs. Yeah, so basically we're getting Hilbert Fall 2020 with Mariana.
Yes.
We're getting Acerola. We're getting that, I forgot his name, but it's the dude with Sophocles and the anime. It's like a brother, I guess.
I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, him.
Big Mo.
Big
Yeah,
Mo.
yeah. He's Kukui's friend.
Yeah, big fucking Mo. And some of the existing pairs, are getting EX treatment, like Wally.
Wait, Wally's getting an EX version?
Yeah, Wally's getting EX.
Yeah, I don't have him, so that'll be a good chance to pull.
Hey, what do you mean by kernel level DRM, Donnie? I'm kind of curious to hear what you mean by that. Because
that means the DRM runs in the background, like the kernel level.
The kernel.
Damn it! The one time I don't want the kernel to interrupt my gameplay, man, and here they are.
No, the kernel manages your gameplay.
Oh well, I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
Oh yeah, Elsa's getting an EX. Grinzoid's gonna be in there. He's also gonna get an EX.
Grimsley and Elisa are getting EXs? Holy shit.
Morty's getting an EX.
You're getting an EX, Morty. You're getting an EX. you're gonna be big, Morty. You're gonna be mobile game of the century. 100 years. 100 years, Morty.
I should probably name like the partner Pokemon. So let me do that.
Gee, I don't know about getting an EX, Rex. I don't think I'm gonna just shut up, Morty. Just shut up and get in the gotcha, Morty.
You never got Morty. Goddamn.
You're gonna be big. You're gonna be big.
Oh, Volkner is also coming to Masters as well. I think Volkner is supposed to be coming with Luxray?
Luxray.
Nice. Okay, I love Luxray.
Oh, that's cool. I'm glad that he got Luxray. I thought they were going to defaultly give him Raichu.
Yeah, let me show off the.
Because regular
after you.
Kanto Raichu doesn't have a partner yet, does he?
Wait, who?
Kanto Raichu. I know Alolan Raichu has.
I don't recall.
I don't. Yeah, recall.
I know. Yeah, I know Alolan Raichu has Hal, but Kanto Raichu doesn't have any partner.
Doesn't have anybody.
I thought it'd be Lieutenant Surge, but he has
Lieutenant Surge is gonna get some family.
Yeah, it's Voltorb, but
he might get a Sigma form with Raichu then.
Yeah.
No, EX. If he gets EX with like Raichu, I'm gonna be spending all my money for pulling that shit.
Yeah, that'll be cool.
Everybody start saving now.
The Thunderdome.
Dun dun dun. But no, yeah, Hilbert Fall 2020, Maniana, Mulan. I can't even pronounce his fucking name, but you know who I'm talking about.
I could have sworn you said Mulan. I'm like, what?
Hey yo, Mulan, you're a Masters, Mulan.
I can't even say it, but basically,
then the partner is gonna be Mushu.
Yeah.
All right, Big Mo and the Lone Doug Trio, Volkner, Luxray, Acerola, Fall 2020, and Mimikyu, and obviously Grimsley's gonna EX, Wall's gonna EX, Morty's gonna EX.
Oh man, I'm excited for that Grimsley EX though because I use his what was it? Not Purloin, the evolution of that Purloin.
Liepard?
Yeah, Liepard. Liepard's actually pretty good in the game because he's
good in Masters. He has to be because he sucks in regular games.
Yeah, in Masters he's pretty OP because what he does is he reverts the Pokemon back to its original stats and transfer all of that to Leopard. So, say if you're fighting against like Latios or any of those like legendary mons, all of those stat boosts that Latios just received, you're gonna just suck it all back into Leopard, and it got all the stats boosted. It'll still get killed, I mean, but at least it reverted the Pokemon.
Oh
back
yeah,
to
of
normal.
course.
Trayman.
Hey there, Trayman. How you doing, buddy?
Trayman actually shows up.
Yeah, he's on the stream right there. I know he's usually doing his, as he mentions, his DJing and all that. Speaking about our PokePals, though, I do want to give a nice shout out to our boy Zach out there. Congratulations to Zach as well. If you follow him on Twitter, you'll understand what I'm referring to. Very happy.
Congratulations, Zach!
Yay!
Yeah, so make sure to follow Lumio's trainer Zach if you haven't yet on Twitter. You should totally do that.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I guess now is the perfect opportunity for us to kind of go and talk about the recent episode, shall we, of PM 2019. And then soon after that, we will probably be discussing a little bit about the Swoosh trailer that came soon after. All right, so you guys all ready to jump into it then?
Yep.
Yeah, let's go.
Sure.
Alrighty then, everybody, let's get into it. Tonight, we will be having a fun session. This time, we're going to be focusing on the rematch between B and the Riolu trainer. I still can't seem to remember his name for some reason. But, there he is, right there in the image that you see right now. So,
oh my god.
Yeah.
Man.
So, that's obviously, let's bring
That's clearly red, KG.
I'm sorry. B versus Red. Okay. But
there you go.
The thing is, for the longest time, a lot of us have been complaining about this episode because a lot of us were saying, win or lose, we're going to be pissed off at the results only because it doesn't seem worthy to have that kind of a result. It doesn't make
And
sense
then-
for Ash
and
to
then
win.
the writers-
Except guess
And then
guess
the
what?
writers
Neither
went-
of it happened.
And
Then the writers went. Ugh.
Option A, option B, nah. I'm throwing option C. Wait, what? Yeah. Nah. We going option C. We going to the tie. And I'm like, okay. You redeemed yourself, episode. Holy shit. I'm not very happy with one certain thing you did in this episode, but what you pulled off at the end, though, was actually pretty remarkable. I'll give him that. Though.
Look at the message. Look at the message.
Let me see right there. Hold on a second. Where is it at? Right there.
Better than the fourth.
If you guys are willing, we can have them hop in if you'd like. Let me know what you guys think of the call. Would you be okay with them hopping in?
I'm cool with it.
What's happening? What's happening?
Doggle and
Look at
Trey
the
want to hop in.
message.
Sure, let them hop
Okay,
aboard.
go into the main hub. We'll drag your ass into this call, and then we'll work from there.
All right.
Because we're draggy motherfuckers.
Yeah, we drag queens.
Drag. Whoa! Whoa!
No, embrace it.
Wow, we have 83 people.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm surprised. This is a huge one for tonight. Thank you guys so much for the love and support.
They get a lot of support.
So, KG, who's Riolu boy? Yes, Red, as Tyrone stated
It's red.
before.
Yeah, it's Trainer
It's
Red.
not
yeah.
red. Yeah, it's not red.
We're making jokes. Don't.
No. I said no. I said it's the not red.
Oh, it's
Oh,
the
yeah, yeah.
it's the not red.
Technically, he
okay.
is the not red. Yeah,
Alolan red, very unique.
Alolan Red. Man.
Alolan red.
So,
It's so nice to see all these polyreth shots.
hey, listen, I made
So
sure
nice.
to grab those polygraph shots because they were worthy to be on screen. Especially because it was nice to see. First of all, I guess we should jump into it. Let's get some of the references out of the way before we get into the tie segment. Chuck, he's back.
Yes.
Unfortunately, it's not the same VA, understandably so. But it was nice to see Chuck come back. But not only that, also bring a reference to one of Ash's, honestly, best Pokemon within the Johto series, Bayleaf. Yeah, for once they actually legitimately referenced a battle that doesn't have Mother Truck and Pikachu in the mix. That is so good, man. I hate all these references always using Pikachu in every single shot. This one was like, nah, we're gonna bring the Pokemon that really mattered. And it was Bayleaf that was used for that shot.
There. Ash, the one Pokemon to come back in Journeys is Ash's Bailey.
Hey, listen, man, she deserves that. Well, let's be real here. Bayleaf deserves to come back. You know what, Bayleaf, come be in the 6th slot for Ash right now. I'm just saying, I would love to see more Bayleaf time.
I agree with that.
Oh, hey, looks like we got them into the call. How you guys doing?
Yeah, you're welcome.
Hey, everyone, how's everyone doing?
No problem, boss.
Right now we're just
I can make it today.
we are now reviewing the latest episode of PM 2019. So at this moment, we're obviously talking a little bit about Chuck's return in this episode and how they utilized him overall. And as I mentioned before, I'm very happy that they brought Bayleaf back as the Pokemon for references. So yeah, overall very happy with that. And I just want to see if anybody else here had anything to say regarding Chuck's appearance in this episode, despite being very minimal at best here, you know.
God bless Chuck.
Polyreth. I just want to say quickly that this is exactly the kind of stuff I've been looking for. When I said in the beginning that I want continuity, not only in Journeys but even in Sun and Moon or X and Y, this is the kind of stuff where you mention it for 1 second and then you move on.
Yes.
And I thought that's
That's
what,
literally what happened too, because he was like, I remember him. He's like, I remember him. Oh, that's Ash. Oh, hey Chuck. All right, let's.
Well, it was a great counter for B's selective amnesia.
I will say one thing though I liked. Actually, two things I liked. Because one of them is a reference that I don't think many folks might have caught on at first, but it was immediately when you rewatch it again, you'll be like, holy shit, now it all makes sense why they brought that Bayleaf back. For starters, Poliwrath knows Poison Jab, which is something it never had previously, which is what I'm assuming is the reason why they referenced Bayleaf back, because probably Poliwrath learned Poison Jab to counter Pokemon like Bayleaf, because Bayleaf was the one that presented a problem to the Poliwrath. So if that was the reference that they were going for, that makes sense because if you recall correctly, in the Lieutenant Surge episode, that Raichu was specifically designed to combat against Ash's Pikachu, which in the end result, it worked if you saw that fight. So this is another result of Ash's influence on the gym leaders right there. That makes me very happy to see. The second thing I want to bring up is I'm very happy with the realism that they had for this one. Chuck at first did not remember Satoshi. It wasn't until he just like gave a little bit of time and then he was like, oh, now I remember you. You're Satoshi. You know, so I do like that sort of realism that they were trying to approach there. So yeah, this is something that made me very happy. And Kuro brings it up as well. Chuck's Poliwrath doesn't even have Poison Jab within the games. So, especially since Tokyo is also from Cianwood and he began with a Chikorita as well. Interesting. But yeah, okay, that's going to be it for me regarding the Chuck stuff. I do want to hear from you guys.
Now, I just realized something too because Karina unfortunately got the shittiest end of the stick, but I see the pattern. Karina was knocked off because she was mentioned in the first time Ash met B. The fighting, I'll call him pre-gym leader because technically the fighting dojo isn't an official gym. It's just a gym in Saffron City where you can get a fighting type Pokemon, but it's not a badge gym because it lost its rank to the Psychic Gym. But you got the fighting dojo, you got Karina who already got beat, and then you got Chuck's gym, which is fighting. That means if my calculations are correct, with the exception of Brawley, there's only one more fighting gym left, and guess which gym that's in?
B's gym.
That's Marlene's gym in Sinnoh.
Oh shit, never mind, I forgot him.
Which means they probably are going to fight at Marlene's gym at some point. And Marlene has her ace Pokemon. Guess what it is? Lucario.
Oh man, I can't wait to see more Lucario whoop ass moments. That's not Ash's Lucario.
So, I believe that Marlene's probably going to meet up with Ash and Riolu. And by that time, Riolu should be a Lucario by that point. So
yeah,
that'll be a very interesting. I would actually prefer it if Ash and Marlene have a rematch again and B shows up.
I give up.
With what?
What's up?
What?
Maylene.
Oh, Maylene.
Maylene.
Oh, man. Oh, yeah, because Richie fought her last. I thought it was Marlene.
Marlene. Isn't Marlene one of the Battle Frontiers?
It's a Unova gym leader.
It's Marlin. It's not even that wasn't even the fucking right pronunciation.
The thing is, Tyrone, you've said Marlene before in previous streams, and me and Terrell have corrected.
Whatever. Because Maylene's a very black name in Pokemon. It blends together, so it's like I was trying to give her
it's just on the one spot. It's just on the one spot of Tyrone's brain that just can't be overwritten.
Well, Maylene is such a generic name. It probably just blurred out of me. Like, oh, okay, no, she's Marlene because that has more of a. You can remember that. You can't really remember Maylene.
He just doesn't find anything from Diamond and Pearl worthy enough.
Sad.
No, it's not that. It's just out of all the every gym has its one gym leader that's like, oh yeah, that's the name.
You know, I would have expected the water type gym leader to be that one, not Maylene. I don't even remember the name of the water type gym leader.
I mean, like, okay, for example, in Sinnoh's gym leader is Crasher Wake, but you can remember that.
That's 2 words. You gotta remember 2 words for that, man.
It starts off with Crasher.
That's one more than one, man. That's not.
But you remember Crasher. You remember Crasher Wake?
No,
Crash.
I actually didn't. I didn't remember his name.
Yeah.
Like, then again, you don't watch the parts. So.
Because
we never even got there yet.
Yes, we have.
What?
Yes, we have. Richie beat Crasher Wake.
We literally did.
Yeah.
Don't remember that.
KG, you weren't there for the Crasher Wake one.
That explains it then.
Yeah.
See, that's why.
Yeah.
So, see, I was redeemed there.
So Maylene. Oh, you want to know why? Also, because I always associate May with May, and so anything outside of that is not her. So anyway, it's Maylene, and if they go to her dojo, then they'll probably have another rematch.
So would you explain why in XY when they say Clement when his name is pronounced Clement?
I think Clement and Clement. It's like a.
I think it's a stylistic choice done from the voice acting.
Yeah, you can
direction.
either or. Like for example, in Naruto, everybody calls Naruto, but Sasuke calls Naruto.
Yeah,
it's just the way you say it. It's just the way you say it.
Yeah. So, all right. Aside from like the mailing shenanigans, I guess now we could talk a little bit about the fight. Then why don't we? Obviously, we will be talking about the fluff that came at the very end regarding of that episode.
But what I just want to say something. I just want to say something real quick about the.
The what? The Maylene thing or the Chuck?
Not Maylene.
Chuck.
I think treatment probably cut off.
Chuck? Is it Chuck?
Chuck.
Yeah, I want to say something real quick about Chuck.
All right, go right ahead, buddy. Hopefully, if your internet will be fine. Oh no.
And get trained. This is why you need to stop going to college.
Oh God, I feel bad for Trey. Your internet is acting all funky on us, man. Are you okay there, buddy?
That's why you need unlimited internets on fucking hotspot.
Okay. I'm connected now.
Thank you.
Can you hear me good?
That happens to us all the time, by the way.
Yeah, I just couldn't really hear that good. So, one thing I want to say about Chuck is I like one line that he says is, I can't wait to see many more of your battles. I feel like he may be a recurring character throughout the series where he may be back to see the final fight between Ash and B. I think that'd be pretty cool.
I think he'll be a mentor.
Yeah, I think that's gonna be pretty cool.
No, just for B.
Chuck.
Actually, speaking about the Chuck thing, thank you for bringing that up, Richie. Didn't they reference something about Chuck training in Galar with Galar Karate or something?
Yes, he did.
Chuck also remembers when B was younger. I think that's the same thing you're talking about.
Yes, that's exactly the same scene.
When it comes to the fighting leaders we see right now, B seems to have some respect for Chuck. She holds Chuck to a rather higher regard.
I think it makes sense because theoretically he's a gym leader, whereas with the karate master in Kanto, he's just sort of there. Yeah. So I think that might be why. It's because they're both acquaintances in a way. They're both gym leaders, so they both view each other as competitive equals,
Well, then Karina.
Who? Because clearly the anime don't care about that.
Well, I think that because Chuck is I think because Chuck is older, she probably respects her elders on a more. It's kind of like Paul actually. Like Paul actually had a situation where no matter what shit he gave Ash, he always respected Cynthia and the adults
and Brock.
And
Brock for sure.
Mm.
Although that one line he did kind of weirded me out. Brock was like, "Should I referee?" And Paul's like, "There'll be no need. It's a 6-on-6 battle." And I'm like, why doesn't he need a referee for that?
At the maze.
I know I got that line.
I think I don't know. I think it was just Paul being angry.
Yeah,
just fuming.
Why is he never not angry?
Exactly. He's always.
But yeah,
he beats Ash. That's when.
I think that's all we
I
think. Does anybody else have anything on Chuck? By the way, because
I know we have a big crowd for tonight.
Nice to see him again.
It was nice to see him. And
it was nice to see him. It's good to see
him. Came back.
Oh wait, somebody. Okay, one more thing. I forget who said this. I don't know if it was Kevin. I don't know if it was Tyrone. But it was nice that Chuck was the one to mention, have I seen him before? First, before Ash, because usually Ash is the one to recognize somebody.
Yeah, he knew right away, actually.
Yeah, I brought this up a few minutes ago regarding that, but I didn't get into full detail on that. But yeah, you brought up on Ash's side, which is something I didn't discuss on that part there. So
yeah,
you are correct on that. It's still nice to see that. That's what I'm saying. The realism on that scene, I thought, was implemented nicely for Chuck's character. Yeah. But I guess with that said, you guys want to get into the fight?
Yeah, let's get to the meat. Yes. Actually, before we do that, I just want to say I loved it. I loved. No, go on ahead, we're adamant. But we're not going to be doing that. What we are going to talk about is I did like at the very beginning where you see Pikachu and Riolu training, and then you see the whole entire thing. So we actually get to see Gengar and Dragonite for a couple of minutes. I do appreciate that.
Anytime we see them is good time.
It was a slap in the face though when Ash was like, "All right, Dragonite, Farfetch, you're up next," and then goes like, "Nope." I was like, "Dang."
That edit somebody made with the bad Jurassic Park.
Oh yeah, I feel so bad for Dragonite. And come on. Yeah, it's like you see the two crying.
And it's time for advertising.
Shit,
So.
well, that's because these two guys over here decided to do the ad time there.
Shut up! That thing is compadre Lonely who did that.
Yeah, so that was a great video though. I loved it too because it was like using the real music at first, and then they went to the other one immediately as Ash.
The fucking recorder version.
The thing is that everyone's getting on Ash for like the whole Dragonite and Farfetch thing, but he didn't even mention Gengar once. He didn't even look at Gengar.
To be fair, Gengar couldn't fight in that. It was a 1v1.
I released them.
When?
The thing Gengar would be used because Ash's whole thing is he wants to counter the tentacles. You think he would use Gengar because it learned about Raichu's tail.
It's a matter of principle, though. He wants to use Riolu specifically for this fight.
It's a revenge match.
Yeah.
Specifically, it's a revenge match. So you want to use the one.
Because if Ash used Gengar, he could cheese this whole fight. Ghost type immune to fight.
I didn't mean for him to use Gengar. I just meant in general.
Just about Farfetch though, because Farfetch. Yeah, he needs the revenge, but
we don't want to leave Pikachu out, or it's gonna throw a fucking fit, and then we got to go through a whole nother thing.
Well, also remember they're gonna save Galarian Farfetch for him needing the 3 critical hits.
I think they're gonna take that seriously.
I think they will.
I feel bad for Kamon because right now Kamon has a 0% win streak, man, and it sucks.
It has one win. It has one win.
Yeah, where?
Yeah,
against Ghost Farfetch.
Oh god.
Oh yeah.
I'm not counting that.
Sure. Let's go with gold.
No, I'm not counting any percentages.
Ghost battles are equivalent to Team Rocket. They're non-existent in my book, despite having good Pokemon. But okay, let's get to the fight. And honestly, I will say this. I think I like the first half of this fight better than the second half. Only because the first fight was a lot longer and therefore a lot more fleshed out, where the second half felt more like, let's just bump each other in the head and then game over there, the time.
Okay, so, yeah, and since we've seen the subs, I'm going to ask a question later in the fight that maybe can get a bit more dialogue on, because I was so confused when I first watched it.
Mm-hmm. All right, so...
really, go ahead.
So let's talk about Pikachu versus the Carlton Nance Hitmontop itself, and very happy to see him on top get some love, first of all. Secondly, it's a Johto Pokemon, which completely makes sense to be utilized here in the Johto region, I should say. Very nice to see that. I will say Pikachu was amazing in this fight. This is how you treat Pikachu in this particular fight. Similarly to that, how it was handled within the previous fight against Beastcase in the earlier episodes of Journeys. Pikachu with the Electro Web. Honestly, Electro Web has become one of Pikachu's killer moves in its moveset, man.
Oh, yeah.
I want to give a shout out to B for using Rapid Spin on when Hitmontop was hit with the Electro Web. I was like, those are some video game strats you're throwing in there now.
Yeah, there's a lot of creativity that went down in the first half of the fight. This was pretty remarkable. I loved it from beginning to end, man.
Mm.
So, yeah.
I love when Ash uses the field. It always brings me back to AG, DP, even X and Y.
Yeah.
Didn't Pikachu make the grid? The electric grid on the floor?
Exactly. That's why when Hitmontop was spinning around, it just kept pausing every time it went through one of the electrical lines. So that was nice to see there. I'm very happy about that.
Yeah, Electro is very versatile, man. I'm loving it so much.
Yeah, unorthodox, baby. I'm telling you. We saw this at a good peak with Diamond and Pearl and Best Wishes. So to see that kind of bring it back here is good.
It makes me kind of wish Electro Web was actually a Gen 4 move, and Pikachu had learned it in Gen 4, so we can see how he would use it in contest.
Yeah.
I bet a Patrice would probably use it.
I mean,
Yeah.
I'll always love Volt Tackle, but
Oh well, yeah, Volt Tackle's the shit. Like that.
That was
move,
awesome.
yeah.
rest in peace, Volt Tackle. That's all.
Yep.
But
Yeah, but anything else in particular you guys just wanted to refer to for the first half of the fight? I just think to me, just Electro
Oh
Web
no, I
and
was
these.
just talking about. I was just talking about overall.
Oh,
I
it's-
just like his style.
oh,
Overall.
it said not
His style.
rapid spin. Oh, it must have been gyro ball then. The other
Yeah,
move
chat
that
said
it's
gyro
spinning.
ball, I think.
Yeah, but okay.
Both
So
so similar.
when I see
Triple kick.
Himotop spin, I always associate it with rapid spin because that makes more sense. That like, what would you use to break out of a spider web? Well, in the game, if you get hit with spider webs, the move, which you can't escape from, you can use rapid spin to knock out the webs. So I was trying to correlate the two together. But if it's gyro ball, that's kind of weird too, because gyro ball and electro ball are literally the same moves in reverse. Electro ball does more damage the more speed the opponent has on the opponent. Gyro ball does more damage based on how slow the opponent is compared to who it's fighting.
Mm-hmm.
So, and Hitmontop's not known for being slow, so it's a weird move for him to have, but whatever.
One thing I would like.
Go on.
Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna just say if anyone else wanted to talk about this, but Truman, go right ahead, buddy.
Yeah, one thing I really liked about the Pikachu fight, it shows. If you look back at Farfetch's fight, obviously Farfetch is a new Pokemon, so it got destroyed by Halucha, but they're making sure that we know Pikachu is like, no, he's not reset. He's doing this thing. Every fight in this series has done Pikachu really well. And I know a lot of people are sad he lost to Grapplelot, but to be fair, like I don't mind that loss because he did take a lot of damage against Hitmontop, and
Yeah.
Also, it was very obvious that he had to lose anyway.
yeah, unfortunately.
A plot.
But
Yeah,
yeah,
of course.
Plot, yeah, it was a plot beat.
Mm-hmm.
so at least they made it like make sense. Pikachu didn't know how to counter the Grapplelot, so and they did try some things. So I do respect them for that. I gotta say I like this rematch way more than I like the first fight. I actually had some issues with the first fight, but yeah, I'm done.
Well, to be fair, and I made this point last night as well. They wanted to make the first fight, as they call in Japanese, kind of nazo or mysterious, to have B just be like this mysterious character, and then just curb stomping him. Then they did that, and they did that for probably just a reaction kind of thing. Just like this unforgivable, pitful force.
Mm-hmm.
So this episode is more of the fleshing out of her character. So that's why some people will prefer this. I mean, I'm fine with it either way, but that was the strategy that they decided to do.
Yeah. And I guess now I think would be the perfect opportunity for us to kind of go and shift into the into these
90.
Oh wait, what? Did we get up to 90 already?
We're at 90. Yeah, we're at 90.
Holy heck,
We're on-
man! I didn't.
Hey,
I mean, it's
Mornox,
not updated on
Lambda.
the Twitch page here, but if
Mornox, I believe so, but there's actually another point I would like to make that's actually been very first for this anime once we get past this episode.
yes. So let us now get into the Riolu versus Graplock fight, and I will say I like the combat or the counter combat that they had for Graplock, but that fight went pretty quickly, and
Yeah.
unfortunately, I still prefer the Pikachu fight over the Riolu one, despite it being the bigger focus. But that's just me, though. I don't know how everybody else here in the chat feels.
No, I felt that way.
I
Agree.
I
agree.
I want to mention. See, okay, so I usually watch Terrell's reviews before this because I feel like he gives a really good introspective and kind of like broaches everything like objectively. And he said that he didn't like that. It's like we get these shots of Riolu, like gritting his teeth and getting mad, but it's like it all kind of deflated. It's like the fight went by really quickly, and then all of a sudden everybody's friends again. And they're like friendly rivals now. So there wasn't really. It's like there was a build up to
The tension got all fucked up.
yeah. I mean that's like me nitpicking a little bit, but like.
I mean, that's an actual really legit criticism because to me, now that you spoke that into light, it does exactly that problem, though. Is like, yeah, it's great that TSS pointed out that they wanted to make her that character, that curb stomp Ash at first, but that deflates her now because we already have an impression of what B is. You've given us this character, commit to it. But now she's not that anymore. We're done with that character trait now. So we trying to put scary B back in her box. Now
we used it a total of 1.5 time. We can't do it any further.
No, I'm pretty sure.
Scary
Sure
B is over.
Back.
Time to take out B that likes cakes. Like
no, they needed something. They needed something to cut attention with a knife, or in this case, a dessert knife.
And it worked.
The whole thing is though the real symbolism, however, was when Riolu carried Pikachu on its back.
I love that.
Yeah, it was just a bro.
That was a real point, a real turning point in symbolism, like in terms of respect.
Yeah, remember if you recall back when Riolu started, he just shoved Pikachu.
Like shove him out of the way like it was garbage.
Oh yeah, he was a dick.
Yeah, and now he's really become respectable towards his other partners that's in the team, and having that scene there, I thought that was great.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's a real symbol. It was really symbolic. You know, yeah, and I called this. I knew he was gonna. I know Riolu was gonna learn like Force Palm because it would have had to do that because it had like long range projectile attacks theoretically. So I knew that it had to learn to move. It would have had to been another. It would have had to been another move, and unfortunately, it's another fighting move. But it's okay. But it's all right. The way that Satoshi worded is like I kept using like fighting type moves, but it's like then you learn.
But you use something else.
You learn something else, but now you have Force Palm. Okay, that's another.
Yeah, you can't.
A Gen 4 fucking move. Go figure, right?
It already knew Force Palm. It used it in
F4 remakes.
Farfetch.
Wait, repeat that.
It actually knew Force Palm. It used it when it fought Farfetch. That's the first time we saw it.
Auravale, that's the one.
Auravale?
Auravale Force Palm. It was something like that, yeah. So the point of the matter is, it gained an ability. It utilized it pretty poorly in a way, but still good enough to where it's like. I mean,
I would say Satoshi had better control. That's why he smiled.
Yeah, that's why he was happy when he saw his blue dog get captured by the squid.
So Pikachu can't use Thunder Armor when it's getting choked out, but when Riolu's getting grappled, and granted Riolu's a baby, it can use Aurora Veil and just sort of get out of it. All right.
Remember, the thing is, Pikachu has to release the energy out of its body to do the electrical outputs, but when you're kind of crushed in, so
what the fuck was Riolu doing that whole time?
Aura works differently. It's been told in the video games and even. Listen, this is anime, man. You should know this at this point.
Literally, I said fine.
Yeah, come on, man.
Aura is a very ambiguous.
Exactly, I can't even figure out.
Pokemon, so I'm just gonna give it to him. Fuck it. I'm not gonna strain my brain and try to figure that one out.
Yeah, but
I think I did.
Because
anime logic.
Richie, TSS, and I were watching the episode that morning, and in my brain, I'm like, he broke out of the grapple, but how? Because when I looked at that, I kept looking at Pikachu getting grappled, and I'm like, Pikachu can use Thunderbolt, right? No,
and I told him nope, and I said him no. Well,
the only reason I said that was because Pikachu's been in situations where it's been held by its opponent before and used Thunderbolt.
But it's like, but the thing was, if you go back at the Onyx thing, it was being held by the stomach and not by the head. Like the whole body was engulfed, so it was different.
I let it go. At this point, I was like, "There's no point in this. Is Riolu's fight. We're just gonna let's just give him the win. Fuck it."
No, it didn't win.
Also, if you notice, as everybody should have noticed by now, freaking B's rank is the same as what's on her jersey now.
Yes, 183, I think it
Oh.
was.
I'm surprised
Yeah.
people didn't recognize
All right,
that.
let me talk to Pokemon for a second because he's countering my argument here. He says because Riolu didn't struggle, Grablock had a looser grip. Well, then that begs the question: why the fuck would Grablock have a looser grip? That doesn't help the situation. That makes it worse. Pikachu struggled, so it made Octolock worse. Okay, fine.
One thing I do like
Yeah,
though,
what,
is that it couldn't go off as well because of Gravelot's ability.
Oh, I guess what Pokemon is saying is like the harder you struggle, the worse the grip.
I was gonna say that.
But then Riolu didn't struggle a lot. But
In fact, it took itself in. It didn't fight. It
That's
just
what
took itself
the
in.
whole idea was.
Yeah.
Okay.
The point of the matter is Pokemon the anime. Watch it every
Pokemon
Friday.
the anime. Yeah, Pokemon the anime.
By the way, we are not getting an episode this Friday. We're getting one next.
Okay.
So it's not going to be on October 2nd or 1st, which is it? 2nd. We will be getting one on the 9th, is what you're telling me.
Yes. That's
Yeah.
what they specifically said.
Yeah.
Damn, this is going to be a long 2 weeks, man. Gives me enough time to play more Genshin Impact then in the background.
Oh my god.
Mm-hmm.
Of course.
Hey, let's
So-
not say that. I
so-
just started that game.
So So the battle ends in a draw.
Yay! They actually
Ooh.
did something
Well, I love
right.
to
They
end
said
my
they did
battles.
something really smart because if they would have dropped this like a bad habit, that would have looked really bad.
For both sides, no matter win or lose. Yeah.
Yes.
I love those to draw so much, but I get a lot of comments and this has been a thing going on for a while. I remember when I said Ash should lose his first fight with Bia. I always get comments of people saying Ash is a champion, but I'm like, Pikachu's the only champion Pokemon. Like Riolu is a baby. It's newly hatched, still learning. Like I don't understand why people think
Because
Riolu.
they take things too critically.
They keep forgetting, they keep thinking
Pretty
that
much.
Galarian Farfetch'd.
Also-
It's like a Pokemon. A Pokemon is not supposed to go from 0 to 100 in a fucking snap. You know?
Also, Pikachu has varied fights, and people tend to forget.
Pikachu's level got reset like fucking 3 times.
No,
Like,
not even just that. Not even just that. It's like we're real fighting. Everyone's gonna have their good days and their shitty days. Like no one's gonna match up the same every time. And
Yeah.
Pikachu, at the end of the day, is still a Pikachu. I believe that when the stakes are higher, Pikachu fights harder. It's kind of like Goku in a sense, where the harder his opponent is, the stronger he is, the stronger he goes. Which is why if Pikachu fights a weaker opponent, it sometimes lets its guard down. And you got to remember, Pikachu's has brittle defenses, like brittle
It's
defenses.
frail, yeah.
you blow, yeah, you
It's a mouse.
It's like you blow a piece of wind on it and it's fucking.
Yeah, so it's not gonna. So in some fights, I can see it losing the fight because it's still a Pikachu.
Hold on a minute. Somebody said once. No, that's incorrect because AG had too much electricity and that knocked him down a little bit. And you had best wishes, and then so it would have been technically twice.
Yeah,
I feel like there was a third time somewhere. I just don't remember where.
I mean, Pikachu's lost to some Pikachu has done things like fight Regice, Latios, and freaking and Savali, but it's
Sinnoh
lost.
too, yeah, Sinnoh.
Yeah, but
as
it's
well.
lost to ridiculous shit. I think it got its ass whooped by Magikarp in Sinnoh one time.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, I was right 3 times. No, it's 3 times.
Yeah, there's Hoenn, Sinnoh, and Best Wishes. Back to back to back.
Yes.
Look at that.
Wait, what was the Sinnoh one?
Magikarp.
Oh yeah, and Pampor. It lost against Pampor. I forgot about that.
Oh
fight.
yeah, that's the best.
I justify that.
Well, yeah, it got hit with Mudspot, and Ash didn't
Thank you.
know how to deal with it.
Thank you.
So overall, the fight, it ends in a draw. Everything resolves. Everybody's happy. Let's go eat some cake, guys, and finally show off that B has a nice, soft, adorable side to
Personality.
her. Yeah, she's let's just say those last few minutes were probably some of the best B moments in this series so far for her character. I really
All right,
loved
I
her
agree.
character.
All right, good job. It's a tie, you guys. Now it's time to show off B's real personality.
And she was so adorable, man. I'm sorry. I loved how she was treated, especially in
And
that
like
scene.
that moment.
apparently people didn't like it.
I loved it too because like there was a
What?
scene in particular where she's like chowing down on all this like orange juice or whatever jello
Oh,
it
yeah.
is inside like one.
Jello.
Yeah, and then
Jello.
Ash just looks at her with like confusion, and she looks back, but there was like a couple of seconds of silence before she just completely cleans out her mouth at rapid succession there. And I don't know what it is about that. I just love that. I think it's the interactions when they're outside of the fight. We finally got to see more of her character shine. And that to me was something I was really missing from her first round. You know, this should have been how first impressions should be for her character. And I'm very happy that they did it now because had they pulled this stunt off a little later, I think it would have probably came out a little weak. So this is a good side to that. But another thing to add to it is this makes me very happy with the direction that they went here because now they're treating them not as simply an opponent that Ash has to overcome, but rather a rival. And not just simply a rival, a gym leader rival. This is really good. Like, hot damn, this made me very happy because this is a legitimate, true threatening rival that's a female character, something we rarely get to see in the anime. I know a lot of people keep bringing up Bianca, but like
An actual rival.
Yeah, because that really.
yeah,
I'm sorry they forgot about you, Karina. Holy shit.
Dude, Karina's like Clement. Once she's done, she's out of the picture, man. You know,
I don't recall
at
Karina
least
going
with
for the
Bianca,
title.
Bianca showed up till the very end of the
Just sitting
series.
there listening to KG go, this is the first time he's had a fighting type gym leader rival. And I'm going,
Oh, I never said a fighting type gym leader rival. I
No,
said a female rival.
Like a legit female.
Exactly. See, look, everybody knows, everyone knows. And listen,
Take Tyrone off the
we're
gas.
only
The
just
tea is
paying,
done.
we're only paying homage to Journey's representation of Karina. She was shit. So there you go.
Are you okay, Tyrone?
Bust a
No,
wolf.
it's not to have a fucking brain aneurysm. So.
Mandatory XY.
Usually all the female rivals get shafted.
Yeah.
So.
it's just like I don't know, it's just like,
Like Zoe.
I remember that reminded me way back in Facebook when Black Panther was super popular because it was coming out. And they were like, congratulations, the Black Panther, the first black Marvel movie hero. And then Blade in the back going,
Chad, can I just ask, did you guys view Karina as a rival, or did you just see her as more of a companion?
Traveling companion.
Yeah, because I saw her more as a companion than a rival.
every time they traveled with each other, they battled literally every
But that's what
episode.
Clement
Yeah,
and every
yeah,
other
but-
character
That's
did.
That's what everybody else does.
Hell, does that mean
So
Go's
it's
a
not
rival
even
then?
says-
No,
no.
go establish that.
No,
Go establish
no.
she was a rival.
Yeah, see, look, Chad's even mentioning that they view her more of a companion than a rival.
There's someone that's saying, they don't even see her as any.
Yeah, some just say see her more
Hey,
as a
hey,
companion.
Neither a companion nor a rival.
Oh, yeah, you guys are
You guys are
very
all right,
fickle.
guys.
no, they're very
Oh,
fickle.
We got you guys are the
Tyrone,
caramelized
I'm on your
onions.
side on this one.
Y'all
I'm on
didn't,
your
y'all didn't
side.
watch the same series I watched. It's
On
okay.
your side, Tyrone.
Yeah.
I'm a Karina fan.
I did.
No, you didn't. You didn't rewatch it because I've legit watched the series more than once.
I
I'm
literally
currently watching it right now.
Watched the Korean arc like twice before the battle.
You gotta pay attention, but we're not here to linger on that.
Let's get ready into another hour, right?
All right,
All right, let's talk about
Okay,
Karina
end of
now.
the episode.
So-
Rivalry. Yes, it happened. Ash got a first female rival. This makes me very happy. There you go. Now moving on to
Also, this is the very first time in this series where the normal ending theme does not get played on the original broadcast.
Yeah.
Because we got the trailer that dropped, and then of course the announcement that the anime is moving to Friday. Then all we get is just a 10-second credit loop with the instrumental version of Pokemon Shiritori, and that's it. No preview. Also, it's the very first time in an official broadcast that we have no preview.
Also, 91 viewers
at
as
all.
well. Thank you guys so much for the support, man. Absolutely appreciate it.
So first episode in the series that's not a series finale that does not have a preview on the original airing.
That is insane, but I also understand why they did that because there was just so much that they had to put.
S-Man 128, not on the original broadcast.
In the original TV airing, when they had it, they only had the upcoming episodes trailer and the announcement of the new time slot change.
And then 10 seconds of Pokemon Shiritori, and that's it. And the end bumper, and that's it. No preview, just an end bumper. So very first time in the anime that an original broadcast does not have a preview at the end of it.
In the middle of a series, I guess.
In the middle of a series, yeah.
Oh, that is kind of interesting. So look at that, guys.
Well, here's the thing. Even at the end of a series, they still had a preview for the next series.
Yeah.
So it's the very first, 15, 20 seconds. I got to go back and I have to check. I think it was like 15 seconds. But the preview, like I said, this is the very first meta series anime episode where it does not have next episode preview at all in the original airing. So that's a brand new thing.
Mm-hmm.
Because the segment, the preview segment, which we're going to discuss next, was about 1 minute and 40 seconds, minute 45.
Yeah, because we could talk about the Zapdos bit, but the Zapdos bit was also included in the full 1 minute and 40-second trailer that they had on YouTube. So, yeah, I guess this is the perfect opportunity for us to kind of go and talk a little bit about the upcoming episodes trailer.
Oh, here we go.
There is a shit ton of things that were shown off in this trailer. I mean, a lot. If you didn't pay attention to it, you will skip out on so much, because during my first reaction to it, I did mention that I skipped the G-Max scene when they showed it for the first time for Meowth. I didn't actually see that the first time. It was one of those I blinked and I just missed it moments. And I was surprised by that until the chat told me to take a double close look at it. And that's when I learned that, oh shit, Meowth can, G-Max and all that. So there's quite a lot that's going to be discussed in the trailer. But the one thing I do want to talk about in particular, because this is the thing that really caught my attention the most out of everything that was shown off. So let's talk about this real quick first. Let's talk about Meteor the Marsh.
Somebody take the shit out of the microphone. Yeah, somebody take out
the chicken in the oven.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah, somebody take the shit out of the microwave. All right. Yeah, the marsh.
Yeah, Meteor the Marsh Top.
Damn it, Ray.
This is my cousin.
Yeah, that shit. That shit is the best shit in your dream.
This Marchomp is just out here plain vibing, man.
Why does this remind me of the My Hero
That's what I'm saying. It's Meteor. Meteor the Marchomp.
Oh, you Meteor? I knew. Yeah, Kevin, you said that yesterday. I was like, and I was, it was on the tip of my tongue.
Yeah, I couldn't remember it, but then, everybody in the chat told me it was Meteor, and I was like, it's Meteor, that's what it was. And I'm like, bro, that's who.
I mean, of course, they're gonna put the My Hero shit in there. I mean, you have fucking, you have
Yuki Hayashi music.
This trailer music sounds really My Hero-ish. I mean, the music usually does, but
Yeah, the music in this one was super ominous. Okay, let me go grab some screenshots while I'm at it.
This sounds a lot like the episode preview music from My Hero.
I'm reeling back to the episode for one final thing also. And I don't know if Polly can agree with me on this one or not, because she likes the Johto series. The way Chuck acts, I kind of wanted him to act the way he acted during his debut, where Monchoke used submission on him, and instead of being all serious about it, he's crying. That's the best submission that I've ever been hit with.
Yeah.
I kind of wanted him to have that personality still, but I understand I had to cut it, I guess.
I was gonna say, I think it was cute what they did with the sweets, but I almost wish they. What is that? Oh, okay. I almost wish they. Okay. They the part before the gym match in Johto where they were what were they eating, rice? Oh, we have to get our strength up because the whole sumo.
Oh yeah.
Thing. Yeah. I almost wish like Chuck could have introduced that cult or brought back that culture or that tradition for like in front of Bee and Go and the other Pokemon just to kind of bring that back too.
And Chuck's
but
wife,
I don't know.
man.
Yeah, and his
Yeah, Chuck's wife.
and there were other people at the gym, right? I think so.
No, I think it was
No.
just
No, the one we all wanted to see come back was Machoke because that was the man that was crying.
Okay. Well, too bad you had to get my
Yeah.
line.
True.
And the running joke is that the Polyline always gets beat up. Like there's
Or
just
makes weird farting water noises as well.
so
Oliver was sort of watching the fight, was he? He was just sort of chilling watching the fight on this one.
Yeah, the Poliwrath
Yeah.
was.
yeah.
Very disciplined.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I don't know if do we mention the whole thing about Riolu eating chocolate?
Yes, I did mention it in my reaction.
Yeah, it
as
was a
well.
dog. It's a dog.
This is what I'm saying. Bee is taking out the competition before they get into their rematch.
Oh no!
No, I was gonna say
no.
I was gonna say with the whole
No.
Lucario movie thing.
Oh, that too. I mean, there's that too.
Hey.
I had a completely different mindset to what you were thinking of.
Yeah, wait.
Katie, were you thinking that
I
far?
was thinking this poor puppy just got fed chocolate.
Yeah,
I wanted to tell
Hyper's
myself
been
that-
saying it this whole time. Max fed chocolate to Lucario, and even I noticed that yesterday. I was watching it on my TV in the living room. I was like, oh, because I'd like to react to things out loud. I was not expecting that.
I wanted to tell myself I think Lucario's a jackal, but I
It
don't
is a
think that
jackal,
changes
that's the whole
Yeah,
point.
I don't think it changes the situation.
It's still it acts like a puppy at the end of the day, man. Sometimes.
Still a canine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Point is, it's dead in a couple of weeks. By this Friday,
Yeah,
it's gonna
it's
be
gonna die.
gone. It's not gonna be anywhere in the Sword and Shield arc, man.
Hey, at least Farfetch can finally get some attention.
Until Thanksgiving, Trey. Until
Come
Thanksgiving.
on.
Come on, man. You don't die from chocolate. All right, so time to focus on this.
Come on, just
asshole
guys from
here.
bread and Alka Seltzer.
It's an anus.
Let's talk about the CGI Eternatus and the chaos of the darkest day going down in the Sword and Shield.
Yu-Gi-Oh! Chaos of the Darkest Day.
Alright, so as you guys know, this is going to be a very, very huge arc for the franchise because, I mean, first of all, it's fucking huge. Of course it is. It's the Darkest Day plot. This is the thing that everybody was excited to see.
Said it the best.
You know.
Coral Blitz literally said it the best. Sword and Shield, the movie.
Exactly. This is what they also implemented
It's a
as
movie.
well with Sun and Moon's story
movie.
as well, in a way. But I feel like this is a bit more refined, in my opinion. I think the approach that they're going for this one feels a little bit better. Unfortunately, it gets overshadowed by this guy at the very end of that trailer. So let's go talk about him real quick. Mewtwo is set to make an appearance in this upcoming episode. It's not going to be in the Sword and Shield arc. It's going to be within the upcoming episodes of the franchise moving forward. This, to me, is going to be the thing that will seal the deal for the anime franchise because this, I don't know what to take for this Mewtwo here. Mewtwo is supposed to be a created Pokemon, man-made by, scientists and all that. And there are only 2 Mewtwo's canonically in the series so far. Movie 22 Mewtwo and movie 15 Mewtwo. I only say movie 22
it's
because
16.
that's the more recent one, which is the remake of that.
Well, theoretically, it's movie 1 and also 2.
And 22.
And 22. And 22.
And
yeah,
also
so 3.
that special that came out somewhere within the.
That's why I said also 2.
Yeah.
Because that's Mewtwo Return. Mewtwo Return.
Yeah, and then of course the 3D remake of Mewtwo Strikes Back Evolution. That's why I said in the reaction, I was like, what if that was the reason why they decided to also remake the first movie in CG as well? Like, that would make sense because this is also during the current era as well for a lot of new ongoing Pokemon fans. This would be a brilliant marketing move if that was their intention for remaking movie 22 again, especially now that Mew was also part of that film and is one of the main core focuses for Go's character. it makes me think that maybe this Mewtwo as well is also going to be tied to movie 22. But now here's the big twist of it all. What Mewtwo is this one? Which Mewtwo am I looking at here? Is this a new Mewtwo? Is this movie one Mewtwo?
No.
No. We have to go back to that. We have to go back. We have to go back to that parody. That parody thing with the Sesame Street thing. Is it Mewtwo? They gotta need that shit.
Oh yeah.
Mewtwo.
Remember that?
Or
Mewtwo.
Mewtwo.
Mewtwo. No, not Mewtwo. No. But yeah, so
knock knock. Who's there? Mewtwo. Mewtwo who? No, Mew who? Mew who?
Mewtwo, damn it. Yes, Mewtwo.
It's like the Rush Hour movie.
Yeah.
Now
You understand the words that are coming out of my mouth?
Now, another thing to point out, there was a nice reference in here that seems to be pulled straight out of either movie 1 or 22. Which is the scene where he descends from the top part of the cave. I'm assuming.
Yeah, and it was at the very end. It's not. It's like after they established the trailer. It's just
he just shows up. He has no business being in here.
He just says, "Hey."
Yeah, he's like, I'm about to steal every highlight moment that was coming from Sword and Shield's arc by having a 1 second appearance here. And he did. He stole the show, man. Because let me just say this right now. This Mewtwo has 20 plus years of history behind its back. From the anime series in Kanto and the movie. Sword and Shield has whatever that fart noise was. And also...
No. Sword and Shield has the balloon animals. And then we have...
And then we have this arc coming in. So...
He was trying his best ball guy impression.
Wow, Zacian and Zamazenta sure have a lot of importance in this, huh? Hold my screen time. hold my screen time.
Yeah, that's the thing that got me intrigued as well. It's what I think Go or Satoshi says at the end, where they simply state and then the thing cuts off there.
It was Go.
It was Go? Okay, so I would assume Go would know this only because it's part of Mew's name, so Mewtwo, you know. But listen, man, if they don't acknowledge Ash's past adventure, which, by the way, this series, I'll give them credit for this, they've been doing a fantastic job referencing past events a lot. I mean, the Bailey
and also canonically, they're gonna pull a Journeys thing where, you know how when they need to remind you of who Ash knows, they show a picture really fast of Ash fighting them, like they did with Lieutenant Surgeon Chuck. They just show Ash and Journey's artwork fighting Mewtwo.
Oh, like with the fist punch?
No, it's throwing a punch.
Well, to be fair, also, with the Mewtwo Returns of Hoso 2, their memories weren't wiped, so technically this should be canon.
Yeah, because this Mewtwo still lives here.
Mewtwo Returns.
This is why I'm still so pissed off at movie 15 existing, man. Because, like, if
it's
movie
16.
15... Was it 16?
16.
Movie 16.
16.
I'm so mad at that
16.
movie existing. See, that's already... I'm already erasing it from my mind.
He hates Shokutan.
Yeah, but no, I hate movie 16 so much, only because it messes with everybody's mind now, thinking that there are 2 Mewtwo's in this franchise, when there should only technically be 1.
Well, okay, video game-wise, technically there are 2 Mewtwo's. There's a Mewtwo that was cloned in Unova and one cloned in Kanto.
Was there one in Unova?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't...
They did the cloning experiment twice.
Was that in the anime, though, or was that something in...
No. They didn't do it in the anime. They just put Mewtwo in the movie because they wanted to show our Mega Evolution, if you want the hard, cold truth.
Yeah, that's the thing.
I hate that movie.
There was a
prequel.
There was a
Gen
prequel special
6.
to the movie.
Gen 6.
Yeah, they wanted to show off some Gen 6 shit.
But I mean, you could take it as that Mewtwo was the one from the games that was created in Unova, right? If you want to.
You can, but don't.
Yeah, I don't want to. I don't want to, man.
It makes things confusing.
Exactly. So I only can hope because after the events that happened recently with movie 22's 3D remake, that the Mewtwo that they're going to be taking is directly from that one, only because that's the more recent of the films. That's my assumption to what they're going to be planning on doing with Mewtwo's character here.
I hope that's the case, because Mewtwo in me is weird.
Yeah, now, here's the thing. Go and Ash are approaching Mewtwo. So that is coming to the idea that somebody's going to catch this thing. Maybe. And there was a lot of speculation that they're thinking that Team Rocket / Giovanni could be the one to capture this Mewtwo.
Oh shit!
I'll actually be fine with that.
Because the Rainbow Rocket arc still technically hasn't happened in the series yet.
And then, what if this ties together the whole Nanu and Giovanni thing? Okay.
That could make sense because Ash has technically gone back to Alola.
That's some good shit.
I'm getting ahead of myself.
No,
No,
that makes
because if I
sense
say it,
because
it's not going to happen.
that makes sense because they didn't complete that story in
They
some...
had a clip.
And-
It was a cliffhanger.
And if you, I don't know if anybody remembers this, but during the Team Flare arc, here we go. I'm getting ahead of myself.
Okay.
Giovanni was like,
Monarch,
check on Lysander, see what he's doing.
No, they're not gonna bring my boy back from the dead.
It has to do with Takashi Shudo.
Team Rocket, gather the Dragon Balls.
No, but where are you gonna go with this, Polly? Though, like what?
No,
Go ahead.
all right. Despite Lysander dying,
Don't know that.
No, it was all
whatever,
fine. It's
despite
fine.
yeah. No, Giovanni was telling Jesse, James, and Meowth, he's like, keep an eye on him, keep an eye on their plan, whatever. And it's like, I was supposed to make a whole video on this about how Team Rocket never gets anywhere, but now that we have this,
We have, then we have Archie and Maxie, Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire designs. He can bring them back too if he wants.
Then that would make sense.
I know.
That would make sense with the Rainbow Rocket arc not being presented in the previous series, because notice that also with Motori and Necrozma, they never really concluded any of that stuff that they did in that arc as well. They were
and let's talk about Team Galactic in the anime for a second. Because Cyrus, I'm not sure exactly what the fuck happened in that one. No,
Pretty much.
he was just stuck there forever.
right, the way that one ended, they're like, we won? Question mark?
No, nobody
What
knows if they
happened?
won or lost. Everybody's just assuming.
Yeah, he went away, and then Cynthia just said some weird words of wisdom, and then the narrator was like, and so Ash, Dawn, and Brock have like, okay,
Ash, Dawn, and Brock have
He
wasted
didn't
their
care.
time as the journey continues.
We wasted our time.
to be continued.
No, as their
Well,
journey
technically he
continues.
Technically, he didn't win.
But
Well, no, we don't know what happened with Cyrus. Cyrus just sort of left in the void, and they were
I
like,
know he left, but I'm saying that he didn't
Alright.
technically
now
win.
this is the reason
I mean,
why.
he
know,
didn't lose
The
either.
reason why I'm also bringing up the whole Team Rocket thing is because technically the upcoming episode that's going to be airing soon is going to be Zapdos, and Team Rocket's going to be assisting Ash and Go for that one.
yeah.
So maybe
I
Team Rocket, as
got a
in Jesse,
post, by
James,
the
and
way.
Meowth, are going to report to Giovanni about the concept of the raid battles, which will then lead into the start of the Mewtwo plotline, which will lead into Giovanni potentially capturing Mewtwo. Maybe not in a Pokeball per se, but like in just one of those magnetic, typical Team Rocket kind of capture devices.
Generic electric
Yeah,
drone
because I don't
things.
think Mewtwo is one of those Pokemons that can canonically be captured in the series. It doesn't feel right, you know what I mean?
No,
So-
no.
Never felt right.
But yeah,
I'm looking
Kuro
at
brings
you,
up the
Red.
Master Ball.
Well, here's the
I'm
problem.
looking at
Here's
you,
the
Red,
problem though.
Pokemon Origins.
Here's the problem though. In the anime series, the Master Ball is 0-1.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, because the fucking
Wish
Wish Cache fucking
Because the Wish Cache
broke that shit,
But-
ate the shit. Like,
I love that episode.
this is okay. I had an idea for a fanfic years ago,
Oh.
and where Giovanni hunts down that Wish Cache.
Oh my god.
Because he tries to like regurgitate this.
I don't think that Master Ball's still in Wish Cache. I'm just
That Wish Cache going to be the one to capture Mewtwo, man. I'm telling you right now.
And that's the last time I'll
We're
ever
gonna do
bring up
shit on
me
Mewtwo
writing
and the shit.
fanfiction.
it's gonna be in the shit, the Master Ball.
It's gonna take a long time for that thing to come out, man.
Master
And
shit.
this is officially the first and only time I'll mention my fanfiction on.
No, you've mentioned it
Probably.
twice before.
You mentioned it before. Then what do you?
But you never
That's-
mentioned the
that's-
Wish Cash
Oh.
plotline before, so I'll say that.
Yeah, that never happens.
Damn.
You didn't see
Bosses.
anything.
Talking about Team Rocket for a second, though, I actually find that interesting that Team Rocket's helping Ash and go in a raid battle. I
Also, that's the first time we're going to see the fucking power plant, which is
like that. My
That's
only
really
issue
weird.
is I wish Team Rocket would use their fucking Pokemon for a raid battle, not the gotcha machine.
No, but
whatever.
the references they brought back as well with the Rhydon, man, made me so happy. The where it just goes
Aim
back
at the
into the horn.
horn.
Yeah, aims at the horn.
Oh, I didn't realize that.
yep. That's
Aw.
what's happening.
Yeah, so there's a nice. It's unintentional callbacks, but they're callbacks nonetheless, and I'm very happy.
Mornox, we know
Just
it. We
one.
never
I
we never
just-
talk about that abomination in this house.
I just want Rhino to get knocked out because of that.
Yeah, that never existed, buddy. I don't want to hear anything about the mom of the Pokemon. Okay.
Another reference. Wasn't Pikachu riding Stunfish at one point?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was.
Reference to Black and White.
Yes.
I think it was the Team Rocket arc. Yeah, when Pikachu and Stunfish and Thunder together.
Yeah, they
Thunderbolt,
tried to do their version of the Thunder's armor. Didn't really go so well, from what I recall.
Because it wasn't with Suba. That's why.
Exactly, they're missing Best Bird, man. Hopefully it'll come back. So, now that we got the Mewtwo shenanigans, I think, out of the way, unless anybody else had
Yeah.
to say for Mewtwo, we can now go.
Better be the first one. That's all I got to
Yeah,
say.
it better be the first one. Let us now get into what I think is going to be the start of these chapters for the Pokemon Journeys franchise. I will say right now, I do love how they're titling these. Because this is not considered an arc. This is considered a chapter. They're calling it the Sword and Shield chapter, having 4 parts total, focusing on the Darkest Day plotline, and with Necrozma here. First of all,
Necrozma.
not Necrozma. I'm sorry, Eternatus. See, I'm thinking about the whole Alola and I'm thinking about the whole Alola and Rainbow Rocket thing. Now that Polly brought
Well,
this up.
Eternatus and Necrozma usually written off as like last minute. We save these god Pokemon for last. They barely have personalities. They just show
And
up.
they're CG, like this one right here.
They're usually just freaks of nature for their respective regions.
Yeah. So this Pokemon here, Eternatus, it's going to have a huge impact to the Galar region because it's causing chaos over the entire region. Having these giant Wooloos going rampage. You even see, well, not in rampage, more in confusion, if anything. There's a giant Yamask over at Alistair's gym, from what I'm seeing there, which I'm assuming is going to be Alistair's debut, maybe, in the series. And just some other wild Pokemon going amok in the Galar region. So a lot is going down in this trailer. I love that they're giving this dark atmospheric tone to it. I think what really sold the deal for me was when Chairman Rose said the one word that I know is going to be the most used word ever, Subarashi. I love when any villainous character does that. I love it so much.
Also, I want to butt in here, but there's technically 2 versions of the trailer. The one that aired on the original broadcast actually has Furigana in it, and the one posted online on the on the Pokemon official channel does not have it.
That is interesting there.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so this plot line, as people pretty much stated already since it's been airing, it basically is a movie just cut into 4 parts. And
Which is nice.
which I'm down for. In fact, this is the best approach that they could take it, only because as we've discussed before, I wasn't a big fan for them having these kind of arcs happen with very little buildup. But if they're trying to go into approach similarly structured to like the way they handled past films before, and make that be the thing with like 4 episodes now, I think this approach is definitely a much better thing.
Also, another thing I want to mention is that the last time that the anime did something like this, and to some extent, if you really want to call it a parter, I'm not actually counting like the 2-parters that's like the Pokemon Ranger stuff. I'm actually talking about how Mewtwo Returns or Hoso 2 and cell phones going off was back in 2000. At the end of 2000, they re-aired the Mewtwo Returns as a 3-parter in the anime time slot, and this will be the first time since that where we're actually going to get a real, like I would say, a real arc kind of thing happening in the anime time slot.
Interesting.
Because, like I said, I know that the Ranger stuff exists, and I know that the series has done 2-parters before.
Hell, even
but I'm talking about
arc
in it
from last series, they did something like that. I think for the first time in the franchise, they even had like the episode title appear without the typical, intro that they always have with like Pikachu falling on top of Rowlet and all that.
Yeah, but to be fair, they didn't title it as the Necrozma arc, or like, because here it's being titled as Sword and Shield 1, Sword and Shield 2, Sword and Shield 3. We have never gotten that.
This is the first.
Aside from the second time. The first time was, like I said, the Hoso 2 re-airing, Mewtwo Returns re-airing.
I guess I should say maybe like something that wasn't made for DVD at first and then re-aired.
And that was not my ringtone, by the way.
The only thing I hope for...
Apologies, bro.
All right.
It's all right.
It's okay.
But go on.
The only thing I hope for is that we don't pull a Galactic arc, as much as I like the Galactic arc, and that we just never see any of these people, like these characters ever again after this is done. Because I feel like it is kind of soon, unless they're planning to do bigger things or introduce more Sword and Shield stuff, like obviously the expanded stuff.
It would be a weird way, but also a cool thing if somehow this whole plot line is also going to tie with Giovanni later down the road.
Yes, please. I've been waiting.
Bring in the Mafia boss.
And bring back Poaching Cassidy.
I knew she was going to bring that up.
I didn't want to say it, but I
watch. Giovanni's going to be like, don't worry, I got 2 great, partners right here who are going to help me. You see in the silhouette like this.
Attila and Hun, come in here, please.
No, it's gonna look like the freaking Banjo, the Bando trailer.
Oh, and then when they actually reveal it's going to be Matori and
it's Cassidy and Banjo.
It's the 2 girls from the Pokemon Heroes movie.
Oh shit, that would be a nice callback though.
And
Honestly,
I'll be fine with that.
I'll take any of them. I like every character. In Rocket, so.
Cassidy and Butch were probably
Hey!
fired. Damn.
Well,
either that or killed. I don't know. Whichever the 2 really comes first. But
hey,
listen, I'm hoping for them to come back. I would love to see them come back. I've been rooting for them to come back at this point.
I'd be one. I do too.
Send in my best agent. It's Domino and the guy who sells ramen now.
Yeah.
The guy who sells ramen.
Wait, Sean Camoed.
Shit.
hey, I liked him. He was a sweet guy.
Oh yeah, of course. I just thought it'd be funny if he calls them out of pure nowhere.
Why am I here?
Well, it's better
Why
than the
Agent
randos.
Domino? Did she die?
All of them are better than the randos on Matori's team. That's my hot take.
Great.
Now if they can somehow
Agreed.
pull Hunter J out from the dead for this one, this would also.
Or even
We don't know.
No,
We
it's
don't
dead.
know if she's not dead.
No, I'm saying like because she never appeared again in the franchise after that episode.
I
Dead.
don't know what happened.
I think Gary's the last one that saw her.
Yeah, I think they saw the
Gary
ship
watched
explode or
her-
something.
watched her die.
Yeah, and he was like, huh.
And that's the last we saw of Gary too. So
Yeah.
that was pretty disturbing.
Yeah, the level of the explosion unfortunately reached Gary and his Pokemon.
Smell you later.
Smell you later.
No, Gary
Into
like
the afterlife.
I
He,
smell
like,
you later in
punches
the
the ground.
afterlife, Bashy boy.
he watches it for a second, then he like punches the ground, and his Umbreon is just like staring.
Smell you in hell.
Oh shoot!
Oh my God. I did not expect to
That's gonna look like one of those Sentai
Look,
things
hey,
where the
guys,
fucking,
the
where the
Masked
fucking character
Marauder.
punches the ground and the whole fucking ground like explodes and shit.
We need to remember the Masked Marauder from forever, guys. Come
Oh, I
on.
gotta find it now.
Smell you in hell, please.
Ashy boy.
Oh, that's
Boy.
Thank you, Donnie.
Thank you, Daddy.
Wait, headstrong, crowded, nostril, UI.
That is a good
Bye.
Twitch clip link, man. I love it.
I love that.
Oh Jesus. But yeah, so as you could tell,
Well, pantomime welcome to the PokePod.
Yeah, this is just our usual shticks for this stuff. I hope you guys enjoy this sort of thing. Thank you also as well for the massive amount of support, man. Up to 84 viewers. We got up to like 90 a while ago.
Yeah,
one of our bigger pod sessions, man. Thank you guys so much. I hope you guys will tune in, of course, when we start getting into the Sword and Shield arcs and even further into speculation for what we can expect. But
so
there's still so
there's
much
other
to
things.
talk about, yeah.
There's still so much we have to talk about. Like Go has a Dynamax band now.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that.
And Meowth can
yeah.
G-Max.
I forgot.
Cinderace.
Yeah, Meowth is So now the Meowth is freaking canon to the games.
Versus long cat. It's happening.
Okay, so let me talk about this because I went on a weird tangent when we watched the episode that one night. I said, okay, so Galar and Meowth in the video game exist to promote the anime Meowth that's in the anime. So this is a weird situation we brought ourselves in to where an anime character does a video game transformation based on a transformation that was made to pay tribute to the anime character. So this is a situation where an anime was influenced by a game that was influenced by an anime.
Because if I recall correctly, the long Meowth is actually voiced by the voice actress for Meowth in the show. This is the first time in history, I think, for the anime, aside from Pikachu. Maybe Charizard, I don't recall, but like it was for those two in particular that are infamous for their lines.
It's just like the Pikachu situation, actually, where Gigantamax Pikachu exists as a reference to the Pikachu that used to be fat. But the only reason they did that was to pay homage to Pikachu's old design in the anime, which means now they're referencing an old they're doing an anime reference for a video game mechanic that's referenced in the anime.
No, for Meowth, they're referencing the long cat meme. Which, by the way, rest in peace to that cat. You will be missed, buddy.
Well, yeah, but think about it. Like the only reason that Meowth is given a Gigantamax specifically is because Meowth was popular. Why is it popular? It's because of the anime. So the anime Meowth got a transformation based on itself from so it gained a video game mechanic, but the mechanic is introduced because of the anime. So it's weirdly like a which came first, the chicken or the egg.
True.
The in-game Meowth has the regular cry, but the Gigantamax one has Inuyama Inuko's one.
This is similar to just the Pikachu, except Pikachu is voiced by pretty much the same person throughout all the various forms. Even the P that it does at the end there.
No, but but the thing is though, we need P in the
Don't worry,
anime.
when Pikachu finally learns how it can control his power, when it becomes G-Max for the first time in a long while, it'll then do the infamous P. In fact, that will be what'll take down Eternatus. I'm calling it now. There you go. Also, actually, I forgot, speaking about these forms and everything, Riolu and Reboot are still a thing. They haven't evolved at all. They're gonna evolve.
Oh, yeah.
Now I saw fans.
Starfish too.
They're gonna evolve in this same time.
Late.
What?
It's gonna be extremely late.
Yeah, no, literally, when they're fighting Eternatus, watch, it's gonna be somehow.
I was gonna say it's gonna evolve during the Eternatus fight, where like they're losing.
And Go has a Dynamax band because Cinderace, the Gigantamax Cinderace.
Oh shit! I didn't even think about that.
I really feel like Ash may get a Lucario Gigantamax in this. Because think about it. Sword and Shield is dropping a new trailer tomorrow. Here's the thing. Sword and Shield is dropping a new trailer tomorrow. And I know I don't want it to happen either. I really don't. I don't like the idea of Ash.
It's going to make John happy.
I don't like the idea of another special form.
JPR.
John's going to lose his fucking mind.
You think about it.
Okay, is that a good or a bad?
Yes.
He hates Lucario.
He hates Lucario with a passion.
Mostly Mega Lucario.
Good for me.
Not a big fan either.
Got it.
Lucario.
JPR.
If you think about it, this arc was supposed to happen a bit earlier because of the hiatus.
Mm-hmm.
Extreme.
I feel like this trailer would have probably panned out kind of closer to make it maybe a reveal, like kind of like Lycanroc, where.
Oh, where it was supposed to be revealed for the first time
where they're
before it gets
gonna
spoiled.
fuck up and show us the video game early.
Yeah. Like, I feel like that might be. It's a possibility. Hope it doesn't happen, but hey, I'm just saying.
Nah, if anyone deserves it, it's Dragonite. I'm just saying.
Yep, Dragonite. By the way, kudos for Ash writing Dragonite.
Oh, dude. I love that whenever, because it reminds me of Lance and his Dragonite when they ride in the anime. Now I see Ash doing that. I'm like, bro, you really are a champion, lad, now. And it makes me so happy to see that. I know you rid Dragonite before in one of the past episodes of Journeys, but I don't know what it is about this one. It just makes me more excited. Especially because it's going to be puny-ass Dragonite versus gigantic-ass panda Pokemon whose name flew off my mind.
Pangoro.
Pangoro.
There you go. Thank you.
How dare you?
Hey, listen, man, I forgot. I remember Pancham. I just don't remember the evolution.
Fair.
So, yeah, overall, very excited for this. I mean, there's still a lot we don't know. Probably within the next week or so, we'll get more information as to this. And maybe even in tomorrow's Direct when they reference something that maybe, as you stated before, with Mega Lucario, or not Mega Lucario, but G-Max Lucario or something like that. Maybe they'll say, because they did this before with Snorlax. When G-Max Snorlax was revealed, they showed off in the game and then also announced it's going to be in the episode. What if they do a similar stunt like that? Be like, oh, by the way, if you want to see G-Max Lucario in the anime, stay tuned for the final arc of the Sword and Shield chapter and look forward to it there.
Yep.
That's a good point.
I just want Surfetch to come along and get his own G-Max form.
Speaking of Surfetch, I think that Pokemon may evolve in this arc as well, considering that we have this weird merch.
Yeah, that shows
Yeah, but the
Surfetch.
problem is the merch.
No, that'd be too much. It's too much. It's too much happening at once.
The other thing is the merch doesn't dictate what happens in the show, especially with that. Not necessarily.
Plus, that'd be too many things happening. That would take the spotlight away from Lucario's evolution.
Exactly. And also, it would downgrade Surfetch's evolution because the moment Lucario is evolved, then everybody's going to pay attention to it.
Yeah, no one's going to care.
Nobody's going to give a fuck.
Exactly.
So.
Yeah. Surfetch has
evolved?
Yeah, Farfetch has been through enough, man.
Also, Farfetch has only had like 2 fights.
Yeah.
Sadly.
So, yeah, I don't think it warrants an evolution.
Yeah, so fingers crossed we get more love for these Pokemon soon. But overall, yeah, I think that's pretty much it on my end. I don't really got anything more to say other than I'm pretty much excited for this upcoming arc. It's looking promising. And, yeah, I think they exceeded my expectations. I will say that.
Numakuro and the floor. That's the episode I'm looking for.
Yeah, I need to see Meteor the Marsh Tomp more, if anything. I need to see
why.
Yeah,
and that's going to happen. That's going to happen in 3 weeks.
Yeah, so
that's going to happen in 3 weeks.
Isn't that the episode that comes out before the arc begins?
Yes, that's right.
Oh my god.
Oh no.
They're setting up the arc with Marsh Tomp. Look at that. Now my question.
All right, time to get high again.
Yeah, let's go, guys.
Let's get
Now I believe that's also going to be the second episode in the franchise where it's going to have 2 episodes in one, isn't it?
That's right.
So I'm curious about that one, and I'm also curious if Magikarp's going to do its similar shit that it did in the first one.
Oh no!
It's going to go back to space again for some reason.
go
Well, yeah, that says the
Goes
Magikarp.
to Mars.
So
Magikarp in space too.
yeah, but folks, that's pretty much going to be it for tonight. I'd like to say, I know we probably won't go further into like an hour only because everybody's, obviously got to work.
Well, and plus, not only that, we basically have like a free episode next week because there's nothing.
Yeah,
happening.
so it's going to be our prelude discussion. We're probably going to dive more into what we want to see, even predict a little bit for what we would like to see from.
And then we're also going to talk about the expansion pass because by that time we will get all the.
If they do a
information
surprise announcement and say it's dropping the end of the week or some shit, or even today.
Oh shoot!
Or we can
well,
rank
get my
the
money
endings
ready.
like we've been
Wait.
supposed to.
Oh yeah, but like the endings, we have 40 of them. I don't know how we're gonna cover all of
No,
them.
I know.
I do want to do it though, Polly. I legitimately still want to do it because I do have a lot of AG songs that deserve to be fucking number 1, man.
Except P5 Summers.
No, it's the first ending of AG
Wow.
that's in my top 5, man.
Okay.
That first ending is so beautiful. No, that ending deserves more recognition.
yeah, Soko ni Sora ga aru kara.
Yes,
Mm.
it's one of the
I haven't
most
heard that one.
anime-ish songs.
And like I said, the fretless bass, it reminds me of like 1990s Weather Channel local forecast. It's fucking perfect.
I'm telling you, comic cartoons, Ash is gonna catch that Marsh Tomp. Just hear me on this one.
Oh no, I agree with you, KG. He's catching that monster
Listen,
when he's
Ash
high.
gets a Swampert, bro. That's gonna be hype as fuck. Don't deny that fact,
Yeah,
man.
well, don't
I'm not
forget he
denying
was
that at all.
supposed to get the Swampert.
Oh, God.
Yeah, but he's more of a Steelix dude now. And he got a Mega Steelix. Also, thank you so much to Ayuma Pokemon Trainer for following as well. I absolutely appreciate it.
No, bro, I could come back with a Mega Swampert.
Hey, maybe one day, man. Maybe one day. Now, let me see if I'm forgetting anything else. I think before we end things off, of course, I want to thank everybody here in the call for being with us tonight. You know, of course, we got Tyrone the God 3, we got TSS, we got Richie, we got Polly, and then we got the other two that came into the pod in a little bit after hour 1, our buddy Treeman. And or Trayman, I keep mispronouncing that. I'm sorry with that, bro. One buddy. And Goggles. See, Goggles one is a little easier because that one is great. Now,
plug yourselves, guys, because they're not in, because those two are not in the description down below.
Yeah, you guys are fairly new to our side, so I apologize for not adding you guys down there. But I would love for you guys to give yourselves a bit of a shout out on that. So whoever wants to go first, please go right ahead, buddy.
All right, Trey, you go first.
All right. Yeah, on YouTube, I'm Treyman1, and my Twitter is Treyman1_Lolo. And I'll probably drop a link to the YouTube channel down below in the comments. Okay. Are you good, Goggles?
Am I? Okay. Yeah. All right. So obviously, my name is Goggle Master from YouTube, and also on Twitter, I'm known as Goggle Master 11. Don't ask why the 11's there. I don't know either.
Oh, you have one of those issues as well, man. Back in the day, for me, it used to be 33193 for my username at the end of my my username, and I don't know, I couldn't stick with that. That's why I changed to just standard.
I think I chose 11 just because I thought it looked cool. Or something, I forgot.
Oh, it's a prime number.
Before we end this, and I know this is gonna be I want to go through this one real fast because we didn't get to tackle everyone's feelings on the episode. By the way,
our buddy Ness, if I'm correct.
Nessa. Yeah, we're gonna. I want to read Nessa's review because I've been through work. I didn't look a lot at the chats that we have before the pod. I just know we have the pod on Mondays, and that's literally what I do when I go to work. After I'm done with work, I hop straight onto here and get ready for this. Mm-hmm. So let me go ahead and take the time to read this part because it shouldn't take too long and we still got some time.
Of course, and also I got to show something off at the end. So
right, okay. Ooh. So Nessa writes, my thoughts on the episode. I did enjoy it for the most part. I am happy with the outcome that Ash and B tied in the match, showing progression on Ash's part. Okay. Best part for me was Ash was calmer and more collected compared to the last match. All right. And the strategies Ash used, such as Pikachu's use of Electro Web on the battlefield to slow down Hypnotop, Ash directing Riolu to overcome Grapplock's Octolock with point-blank range, Force Palm, and drawing its power from its paws. Getting to see B's more reaction and other personalities emerging. I love we got to see B's sweeter side with her love of sweets, and she seemed in her happiest when she's interacting with Pokemon. This would explain why she was very sweet to Pikachu and Riolu and sharing her sweets to them. Also, she doesn't remember people's names, such as referring Ash as Riolu's trainer. I love this trait also can relate about remembering people's names. She is quickly growing up in the ranks for me as our favorite gym leader. It also seems that Ash has gained a serious female rival in B. I am excited for their rematch in the future when they are both in hyper class. It was also nice to see Chuck again, and I like that he remembers Ash. I like the connection with B since he learned Galar's karate from her father, and providing him them sweets. My complaints of the episode for me, a lot was done off screen. I wish we got to see Ash training Riolu of how to figure out how to overcome the move Octolock. I personally feel disconnected with Riolu's battle. While it was awesome to see it overcoming Octolock, the battle didn't seem impactful due to the lack of buildup. Lastly, Ash getting back in super class. The last time we seen his ranking, it was in class, so it was very minor. I guess they wanted to assume that Ash battled back up to super, but I found it annoying. Overall, I enjoyed it. If I decided to give it a rank, it would be 8 out of 10 for me. Sorry, it's so long.
I agree with Ness on the last part about the whole ranking system thing.
Actually, it makes a lot of sense on the build-up, too, because there wasn't a build-up to breaking out of Octolock. If the idea of Octolock is the more you struggle, then the harder the grip is, then they should have complimented on that.
Yeah, well, they did. So
remember, man, off-screen land is Journey's biggest,
it's the truth.
biggest thing that it has going for it.
Yeah, but if everything happened on-screen land, that means you'll be awake for fucking surgeries and operations. So thank God that off-screen land exists.
Well, actually, here's somehow.
Yeah, we had to wait 5 episodes to watch Ash's boat ride to go to Cianwood City. A long journey.
Also, go Chin Chopper. No one cares.
Actually, add something real quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
So,
go ahead.
Actually, when we first got this whole match announcement and the episode titles, I actually thought that the episodes were really gonna play with each other, because the Go Flygon thing seemed like Ash is down. Then the Lola episode, we think that's gonna be him building himself back up, and I was hoping the Aerodactyl episode would be at the episode where Ash comes with a strategy, but that was actually Go focus. So I think that it could have worked like that if they did it that way, but obviously they didn't.
Yeah, overall, good episode once again. Very excited for what's
she brought up some good points.
Yeah,
I agree with those points.
Yeah, I do too.
Yes, same as well. So before we wrap things up, I did want to show off a little image here, just a nice little sneak peek. If, as we were talking about, you could look in the description down below to go and check out our buddies there. You'll also notice that there is also a nice little cute button there as well now, under the name there titled merch. And recently, not too long ago, I just got my hands on one of these bad boys here, which is the PokePod snapback hat right there, which I must say looks pretty nice so far.
Hey,
I need to buy that.
Yeah,
get that hat.
That is clean.
Yeah, I'm very surprised with how well it turned out, man. I love the simplicity of the PokePod logo. Came out beautifully with the with the hat design here. In fact, the color choice of the blue, the neon blue, not the neon blue, but like the blue that you see there on the tip of the hat,
like turquoise.
Yeah, that wasn't even like something I customized. That was just the default one that they had. So it was all just tied together beautifully there.
Nice.
That's my favorite
clean.
color.
That's
clean.
a nice hat.
So yeah, we got stuff like this. We also got a sweater as well. I just have it here to the side, the sweater as well here. I haven't taken a picture of that.
Just in time for fall.
Yeah, we got that just in time for fall. We got some things down below and for shirts, even some stickers as well. We even got the e-call sticker that that became infamous. Yeah, I was like, I need to find a purpose for this e-call, and I'm like,
what is my
purpose? And
now what's gonna happen? What's gonna happen is Cage is gonna put that shit on my head.
I'll make it
stick that shit on my head.
I'll make it a hat for you, like one of those. What's those?
Bundle up with them sweaters.
All right, Trey. You know what to do already.
We gotta get together and show it off.
Yeah. Well, once again, links to the merchandise you can find in the description below over the merch segment. You'll see sweaters, shirts, stickers, even a mug as well. I might get that bug later just to see how it looks.
Oh shit! I would love
All right, Trey. You know what to do already.
Yeah, if you want, I'll also post it here in the chat as well. You can also check right there too, and make sure to go and check it out. Not saying to buy anything, but just have something there. You can always spread the word as well. I'll also tweet about it as well on social media to let people know we have these things available. But this is something I've been working a little bit behind the scenes as well, trying to get all of this to kind of work out well, and even bought these in advance just to make sure they look good in my opinion. And so far, I must say, from the hat's design overall, I love it. The sweater as well is pretty good. I'm still waiting for the shirt. Looking forward for that one when it arrives. But yeah, very excited about this. And if you guys would love to get one for yourself, then the option's right there for you.
And no, we checked. That's not Richie advertising as the PokePod hat model.
I'm getting the fucking sweater.
No,
for real.
The model looks like Richie. That's the joke.
Yeah. So if you guys want any of those things,
yeah, KG, why as hell?
Yeah, like I accidentally went into like Richie's Facebook, took one of his pictures, and just slapped the hat on top of it.
Photoshop that shit together.
Yo, I might get the hoodie.
I want the hoodie too, actually.
Yeah, so guys, take a look whenever you want to get a chance. It's right there for you. Once again, thank you for all the love and support for this stuff. I'll bring this more into mention in next week's pod, probably when I get the shirt and everything set for everyone, so we can see it together on camera and everything. But yeah, this is just a bit of what you can get. There are more things I have in plan for the future. Obviously, we might potentially get monthly shirt designs as well. I have one in plan for Tyrone, the Dene in particular, with the business money and and all that. So I'm looking forward to trying to get all that worked out. But once again, I'll let you guys know in advance whenever we get the opportunity to get those details set in stone. So yeah, once again, everybody, thank you for all the love and support. You know, we've had a fun session for tonight, but alas, it must come to an end for the week. But you can always tune in here on this channel whenever we do other daily shenanigans, whether it be for the Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild playthrough, some Mario shenanigans, Pokemon shenanigans. You can follow me here on Twitch to be notified whenever I do any of those playthroughs. Also, make sure once again to follow these guys here as well whenever you want to also be caught up to date with their daily shenanigans. And yeah, and that's going to be in the end of this week. Next week, folks, when we come back, we'll be talking about the expansion pass. And I'm not sure if I'll do a stream tomorrow. Don't quote me on that one. I don't know, because it's like 9 a.m. in the morning. I don't think I'm going to join that. So, yeah, but...
Yeah, I'll be
exactly. So, once again, everybody,
I don't want to wake
we're going to
up.
call it a wrap.
freaking-
Thank you guys for all the love and support, and we'll talk with all of you guys later in whatever video we make. Take care, everybody. And as always, make sure to have an awesome day. Bye, everyone.
Wash your fucking hands and wear your masks so that you too can protect
we need
yourself
some
against.
PokePod mask,
freaking-
actually.
Yeah, we could make
Oh,
one.
yeah,
that would be
right?
nice.
So you can protect
Why
yourself
didn't you-
against the Backstreet Boys.
What?
Yeah, let's get some
Tell the
PokePod
Hasidic
masks.
people to wear
The Backstreet Boys.
masks.
KG,
Yes.
I'm gonna have to come to New York for
Nah. Oh, actually, yes.
to get that hat.
Oh, yes, you're right. Oh, man, I can't wait when we can all get together. All right, bye, everybody.
I know.
Peace.
But